quick. What's up out there? BossMack in the atmosphere. Check me out one time. Look, kissing babies and shaking hands, man. I'm out here doing. You hear me? What the fuck I got to do out here? Making it black open, and you are now experiencing the world famous BossMack podcast. RNS show. RN motherfucking S. Oh yes. Today is a beautiful day. I'm happy as fuck to be up in here doing this. Y'all niggas already know how I get down. Nothing but the good game when I come around. BossMack topsoil, y'all got to love the sound. Whoa! Yes, indeed. Here to give you what you need with speed. Real niggas always in the lead. What's up with y'all out there? Man, we in here today right now. The BossMack podcast is in full motion. And I got a special guest in this motherfucker. Mr. Nate. What's up with you, Mr. Nate?
Oh, man, I'm relaxing. I'm well. How about you, man? What's up with you?
Man, I'm going through it trying to get this equipment right.
Yeah, I see you over there. I see you over there playing engineer. You pushing buttons like you on the space shuttle around here, man.
Man, this motherfucker tripping like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, we gonna get it together though.
Yeah, we good though. Let me see right quick what I did wrong. Let me see. Settings. Inputs. No, that's not it. Wait a minute. I can't believe that shit. That shit weird. Nigga out here struggling like a motherfucker. Wait a minute, let me see. Inputs, HDMI 1. I don't want to rename that shit. God damn it. How did I do that shit before? Bear with me, y'all. You know, I'm in here, man. I'm in here doing my thing. You know, we struggling. Let me see, man.
I think they call this part technical difficulties.
See, it all started when I was hearing that feedback and shit. I'm like, man, wait a minute, man. I'm hearing feedback. I don't even know where that's coming from.
Hey, but y'all gotta bear with, cause I can bear witness that the BossMack is he's meticulous about this, bringing this to y'all in high quality. He's very meticulous about this.
Picture settings.
I mean, no disrespect to nobody out there. For a minute, I thought he was on the spectrum when he got to trying to hooking all this stuff up. I'm saying my boy might be okay.
There we go. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Let the BossMack know where you're tapping in from. Shit, man. Let the BossMack know where you're tapping in from. What up with y'all out there? Late night podding. Like I said, I got Mr. Nate in this motherfucker with me. One of Milwaukee's finest. You dig me?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the chat. Red Jet Shell in this motherfucker. What the hell? Irv, Yale B. Okay. Everybody tapping in, man. Shit, man. Let me grab me up. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Let me go get me a paper towel. I'm sweating like shit over here, man. Hearing noises and shit.
And I'm the one that was smoke. I mean, yeah.
All right. Shit. All right. All right. Maul the master barber in this motherfucker. Truth be told in this motherfucker. Apostrophe in this motherfucker. All right. What's up with it, Nate? How you doing today, my nigga?
Man, I am well. Thankful to be here, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Glad to have you on here. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see the struggle and the going through it, man.
Yeah, I respect it though. It's meticulous. The product has to be delivered right, you know? And I get it.
Man, this shit crazy, man. Hey, but shout out to the chat. You know the BossMack podcast is always brought to you by BossMack Streetwear. You see the BossMack got on some BossMack Streetwear right here, you know. I got on Bitch Think Good Thoughts with the powder blue shorts. You dig what I'm saying? You know, you could go get that at BossMack Streetwear right now. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? You know I got you. We put game on the shirt to make bitches want to flirt. You know what I mean?
Dig that.
We put game on the shirt like that.
That shit right there should be in the Bible.
Hey, man. Hey, man, it's some real shit, man. Because, like I said, man, I be trying to tell motherfuckers. I be trying to tell, especially the young niggas, because I'm elderly and shit, right? And bitches stop me and take pictures. You know what I'm talking about? Bitches be stopping me, taking pictures. And I'm like, if you know, if it worked for me, it'll work for you. And they be taking pictures of me and they don't even know I'm BossMack. They just looking at the shirt like, oh my God, I really need that.
Yeah.
The
icebreaker.
Yeah, unselfish. It's unselfish merch. Cause a lot of people have merch and it's designed to aggrandize their brand. Like, look at this brand, right? But see, this right here it's a communication directly into the mind.
It's definitely that.
And it's bringing bitches into your shit.
It's definitely that.
You know what I'm saying? It make bitches want to stop and talk to you. And that right there is BossMack with you in spirit, helping you get bitches.
Definitely. I'm
tapping a bitch on the shoulder for you, saying, "Look at me," and then you take it from there.
You just gotta, hey, listen.
You feel me?
Listen. I'm gonna get us on the runway. You just gotta get us airborne. You feel me?
Man, all you gotta do is take off, man.
Take off,
man. Don't crash the plane.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very important. Mm-hmm. No, it is like that though, cause like I said, you know, I fucks with the bitch relax. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm heavy on that.
That's one of the first ones that got out there. But you know, we got sour bitch free.
Oh yeah. See,
bitch think good thoughts. If you really bold, we got the good dick. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you wear that one, you got to let them know you're not promiscuous. I'm just saying that's what it is. I'm not promiscuous. That's for certain people, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can see that being a very specific occasion type.
You know what I'm saying? But niggas fuck with that one, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
You know what? I would wear that. Like if a chick invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner with her family or some shit like that, I would wear that good dick shirt. I would.
Hey, man.
I would.
Oh, I might have to make sure you get your issue. I need to make sure you got your arsenal, man, so you could you could flex your, you know what I'm saying? You could get your demo on and see what really transpires, man.
Right. Besides,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yeah.
Tell me how to dress.
Yeah, man. All right. Shout out to the chat, KFT in this motherfucker. You should dedicate a day to teaching the Bible. It's relatable when he tells it. I feel you, man.
Ooh, that's real.
I'm with that, man. I'm with that. I love interpreting the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm just really keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really keeping it 100. You know, it's about time to read. It's about time to go through the Samson and Delilah one more again to reinforce bitches being able to destroy great niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, being able to control your sexual deviancy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a must.
Hit the like button for this game, Lamo. The first time meeting Pops in the good. Oh, and the good dick tea is crazy.
See? But hey, apostrophe. Crazy in the good way, though. Feel me? Crazy in the right way is what I should say. Straight up.
We're about to load up on Extreme Poultry 2 hoodies, yeah.
Dig that. Beautiful, literally.
Hey, man, we sold a lot of them. I sold a lot of them out here in Milwaukee. We live in Milwaukee right now for everybody in the chat. You know, you see the different environment. We live in Milwaukee right now, the great American city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So,
you know what I'm talking about?
Born and raised out here. Hey, I'm Mr. Nate. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm a comedian out of Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Up and coming. You know, swinging my shot, shooting my shot or whatnot. So I just want to let y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing up in Milwaukee, been here all my life. Woo! And yeah, everything y'all heard about us, that shit true plus 10.
Yeah. Okay, look. We got Mr. Nate. What is it on IG? Mr. Nate
101.
101. Mr. Nate 101, the same as in the title. Mr. Nate 101, Milwaukee. Well, Mr. Nate 101 is the IG. Milwaukee living specialist. Surviving this shit right here.
Hell yeah. And thriving.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. So, how was your day today, sir? Did I ask you that already?
No. But it was blessed.
It was blessed.
Yeah. I got to spend time with my elders, you know what I'm saying? One of my elders, and that exchange of energy was something else, you know what I'm saying? Especially when they get to telling you about your family history or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get lost in the sauce out here when you stray away from that, you know what I'm saying? And people feel like they don't have a purpose. When you ain't rooted to your family, of course you ain't got no purpose, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll sway in any direction like that. That's why I think a lot of people lost, because they ain't got that foundation they can go tap into, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a beautiful thing to me, man. I feel good about that shit, man.
Yeah, man. I got to go see the Pope today, you know, the Pope of my family, you know what I'm saying, the eldest. You know, beautiful situation, good energy, you know. Oh, I forgot, Mr. Nate is my relative. This is my cousin right here, too. This is a family member right here. I forgot to put the emphasis on that right there.
I mean, it's a lot of things. You had a different focus, you know what I'm saying? And I am, I smoke a lot of weed sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
yeah,
I'm where I need to be, too.
Man, I be having big issues smoking weed these days, Nate. Man, I can't believe it, man. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I done lost my weed, my weed smoking skills, man.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Hey, man, I'm accepting it. I ain't mad. I'm just amazed at the process, man. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I think the body gets to a certain point, maybe even the mind, subconscious get to a certain point where you like, you know what?
Nate, you got to talk into the mic.
Oh, my bad. They can't hear me?
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, you can pull it a little closer to you, man. Can y'all hear him now? Red Jet Shell, can you hear him now?
Can you hear me now?
Sound good to me like a motherfucker.
There we go.
Let me know. Retention is the gateway to prostate cancer. Really? I can't tell, man.
I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't retaining. Yeah, okay. Straight up. Y'all tripping.
Hey,
For
man,
real.
that's one of my philosophies, though, man. Not wasting. I'm against masturbation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And wasting nuts on worthless bitches. Like the bitch got to count.
I'm against that.
You know what I'm saying? And see, you know, and watching porn. I don't watch porn, bro.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
You know what I mean? So this.
Well,
you be watching it.
I like. Okay, y'all don't judge me because y'all just met me, but I like. In my search bar is tribbing.
What's tribbing?
Lesbian bitches. I like them. You know what I'm saying? They be
watch lesbian bitches team up.
Yeah, man.
Okay, without the man in there.
Yeah,
you don't like watching
the fuck I need to see somebody else shit
okay,
for. I got that shit. You know what I'm saying? What I need his anatomy for when I got my own anatomy. I'm putting me in that situation. I don't know. I don't knock what nobody else watch, but I'm just saying I'm putting me in that situation. I don't know. I like lesbians. We got a lot in common.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, man. Hit the like button for this game. Okay, look here. We usually do niggas in the news. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You've been paying attention to the news.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta stay updated.
Okay. Niggas in the news. Niggas in the motherfucking news. Okay. What are your thoughts on Diddy? How you feel about Diddy right now? As a Milwaukee nigga.
As a Milwaukee nigga. All right. As a Milwaukee nigga.
Yeah. How you feel about
All right. I'm gonna say this in a couple ways. I'm gonna say this as a Milwaukee nigga. Then I'm gonna say this as a father.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have to balance the two.
Okay.
You know
All right.
When I say Milwaukee nigga, I'm saying as a man as well.
Right.
All right. I've been to some parties.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
There ain't no Diddy parties.
He's been to some parties.
There ain't no Diddy parties.
Okay. Ain't no Diddy party.
They
it was
jumping off somewhere.
It was going. It was going up. It was going up.
And it's going up.
Okay.
And Diddy ain't nowhere around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know
Different things are happening.
Different things are happening. You know what I'm saying?
Out in the open.
Right.
Okay.
And one of the homies brought me to this shit.
Okay.
And I looked this nigga weird afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because where the fuck you get lost at up in here and leave me up in here, bro? I don't know none of these people, none of that.
There wasn't no man on man happening in there, wasn't it?
Not where I was at, not to the level where I was
but it could have
been.
been.
But
it could have been. Okay.
Especially when you get, you know what I'm saying? And that's what left me suspect about fam, too.
Right.
What you be on, you
right.
know? But
did they expect you to bring a bitch or but it was okay for you not to bring a bitch and be there?
It was more of a married people's.
It was married people. So they wasn't looking at you sideways for coming with the nigga. They wasn't looking at you sideways.
No, because it was like that's what they come for. They want young niggas. They
was looking for some energy. Yeah, they was looking for some young nigga energy.
That type of shit, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I look at it, and also I don't know if y'all ever been. If you ain't never been to a party with bikers,
it was bikers.
At a bikers club. If you ever been to a party at a bikers club or party, bruh.
It was okay.
They get down.
Okay.
They get down.
I'm
talking about.
Okay,
such and such fucking his wife, that wife.
And it's okay.
And it's
they
okay.
swapping.
They swapping. It's
okay.
Cool.
Okay.
It's okay. Drugs everywhere.
While we in this environment. Okay. Outside of here, it might not.
That's my old lady.
Okay. Now look. Now you at a party. It's going up. This is in the great state of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Snow is in the building. It's a lot of snow in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds and smells. Anything like that? I'm just saying.
No, because that's the question I would have asked. I'm not gonna lie. That's the question I would have asked.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it's more sounds, it's more energy. I mean it wasn't more sense. The sense is
so it was an energy in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hedonistic
fulfillment was happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was motherfuckers going raw in there?
I mean,
you don't know. You couldn't get that close.
I was in the foyer, and then this is a little area. You know what I'm saying? It's designated for smoking. I'm a weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? It was you can't smoke everywhere in the crib.
Okay.
Once I stepped in, I see it's bitches everywhere.
It's going up.
Hold up, where this nigga clothes at? Oh, whoa.
So a man is naked.
Yeah.
Right here.
Fam, what y'all on in here, fam?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
a man is naked. Is a bitch naked?
But see, I'm under the assumption it's a party.
You not knowing. Okay, so you're shocked. You're like, wait a minute, that man is naked. You wasn't expecting that.
No,
it was like we partying.
We kicking it,
I just smoked some weed. Okay, let's go in here and see what the bitches do. Okay, there's a man naked.
Right. Where fam at? What you on, fam? Where you at? Right now. Right now. I don't care how bad these bitches is. What the fuck going on? Straight up. What the fuck
There's
is
a man
going
naked.
on here, fam? Straight up. And how many other motherfuckers in here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, now I know you're not trying to be looking at niggas' organs and shit, but niggas was on wood. When niggas was on wood, see that would make me nervous as well. You on wood in here, and you free walking.
He up on
he
the
barefoot.
Bitch. Yeah, barefoot, but he up on the bitch.
He on the
bitch. He on the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And
but
she's.
Y'all finna just get loose right here like that right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But he's not. He's a couple feet away from her.
Right.
Approaching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, oh no, where fam at? This ain't.
Okay,
this ain't
now, did any bitches approach you?
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
Did
I got my dick sucked. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fam threw that in my face too when I tried to question him.
He's like, but you got your dick sucked.
You got your dick sucked, fam. You came and you did. But fam, I understand. I was gonna do that if it was a regular party.
Right,
you know
right. Now, was you looking around while she was sucking your dick, or was you focused on?
Absolutely looking around. Absolutely. Back against the wall. Absolutely.
Was people watching you get your dick sucked?
No.
Okay.
No, I dipped in the bathroom.
You was private.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
So it was okay to duck off into different places. It wasn't we need to see you doing your thing.
Yeah. I wasn't going upstairs though. I ain't want to go. I don't know what was happening up there. It was like an energy shield over me, like, don't you do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You ever got somewhere and felt somewhere and just pull back? It was
man,
that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I have never been in nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I came in on an odd topic.
Your name Bobby Transparency, bro. We being transparent.
Nate is speaking upon walking into a party that was Diddy like. And he's speaking. He said you know he had a sexual experience in a Diddy like atmosphere. Now, your thoughts on Diddy? Like, okay, what do you think really? Is he guilty? Do you think he's guilty, or is he just a victim of whole treachery from Cassie?
He ain't no victim. He ain't no victim. Not by far. He ain't no victim.
Okay.
When you sign the contract, you ain't no victim.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? He's not a victim by far.
Okay.
Now, what I will say is, legally, what would otherwise be co-conspirators being charged with him,
right,
have co-conspired against him.
Right.
So he can take the fall for a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nah, he's guilty of, we all seen that video. He definitely guilty of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Which can lead.
But that's not the charge. Well, I mean, the charge is a RICO charge where, you know, he's hiring sex workers to travel across state lines. Cassie wasn't free to go because he was going to put videos out there.
Yeah, and then something about him blowing up somebody's car or some shit
he
blew
up Kid Cudi car.
That is hilarious. Who ain't never thought about blowing up a car? He can get a pass on blowing up the car.
You thought about blowing up a nigga's car?
No.
Because your bitch chose another nigga,
No,
you was like, let me blow
that.
up the nigga car?
Not necessarily that.
You thought about blowing up the bitch's car?
Yeah. Yeah. I was young, you know what I'm saying? We all had our moments.
Right.
You know
I ain't never been on that page ever in my life.
Oh, yeah,
I never was like, let me sabotage a bit.
Right, I ain't followed through.
Okay,
no,
you had the thoughts.
The bitch had bust all the windows out of my car.
Okay, I understand that.
I'm on some old other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I've had my property vandalized.
Yeah.
I've had my property vandalized. Yeah, destroyed property a bit. And she was fair and square. Kicked the bitch out for disrespect. She really disrespected me. I was like, bitch, you got to get the fuck out. On some fair and square, you disrespected me. Get out. Right. And she was like, I'm having vengeance. And she, you know, she bust out the window. She did some significant damage. I had a Benz sports utility truck.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she fucked it up good. Yeah, she fucked it up good. I was surprised. I was amazed.
Yeah. Hey,
push the screen down on her. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Bobby, transparency. You'll like this one. Being completely transparent here. When I just said that I thought about blowing up the bitch car, but I didn't. I didn't blow her car up.
Right.
But I did junk the bitch shit. Because you can junk a car here without a title. She was out of town and shit, so I junked the bitch car.
Okay, elaborate on that.
You call it tow, hey, look, I got a car on sale. I ain't got no title or nothing.
Oh, my God.
500. I gave her the money and shit. You know what I'm saying? I junked the bitch car. She had a little trapper and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was the motivation for that? What did the bitch do to
She
this?
bust my windows out my car.
So,
I should have took the
okay.
money and got the windows fixed. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't.
Right.
I just wanted to show some kind of flex on the bitch.
Right.
Like, bitch,
So-
okay, I might have to ride without these windows till I can get them fixed. But you ain't riding nowhere.
Okay, what kind of charge could you get for that if a motherfucker wanna is that
It's murky. It's
is
a
that
gray
like
area.
submitting false information?
Yeah, it could be considered. Yeah, it could be considered fraud.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hit the like button for this guy.
I think I know exactly. It's theft. Shit. Wait. How? Okay. Yeah. The statute of limitations ran out. It's called theft of movable property.
Right.
Yeah. I had to make sure I couldn't
Right.
incriminate myself and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Rappers, pastors, actors, everyone attended the late nights, so no one is safe. Alexander Jackson, what's up with it?
Queens in the building.
Okay, now, have you been following the trial, the Diddy trial?
Yeah. A lot of that shit, I imagine. All right. Haven't seen some of that shit and haven't seen the hedonistic nature of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what people will do.
Right. So you believe the majority of people are thirsty and have somewhat sexual deviancy about their character. You feel it?
I feel that about most humans. All of us, we have that.
Right.
What separates most of us is our ability to control it. Those who can control it.
Right.
And govern it.
Right.
It doesn't govern them. When I'm around, I done dealt with people where sex governs them. Homies that wake up, man, I gotta find a bra, man. I gotta go find a bra. I gotta go, like sex, carnal, very carnal. You know what I mean? I can't fuck with you like that because you'll do anything for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like
deep,
your geek. You know what I mean? But it's women like that too. I met women. They call them, what do you call them? Nymphomaniacs.
Right.
But when it's people that's governed by their carnal nature, they
Right.
give in to that shit. They just don't put up no fight, no nothing. Just give in to, that's their life. That's what they live by. You got to get the fuck away from people like that. You know why? Because it leads to the shit that Diddy and them on. That shit didn't start where it's at now. You know what I'm saying? It didn't start where the investigation started. That shit been going on for decades, you know? So imagine the shit that we don't know about before they learn how to clean up and cover their tracks is better than they did before.
Witness nigga sell.
Look at that. Look, hey, see
Three
that?
different people. Right before we left town, he sold his car to 3 different people. Damn.
Man, I respect that shit. Straight up. And then listen. And then the thing about that move, when you blow town, they gonna argue with each other about who owned it. You gone. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Straight up.
Hey man, get the likes up. Hey man, shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all. Hey, also right quick, man, if you need some game because you're struggling with your bitch. If thou art need some game because thou art struggling with thine bitch or bitches, holla at the BossMack Topsoil. I got the reasonable race that's great. Hey, I promise to not let you down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cookie cutter game. I really listen to your issues. My number is in the description. Set up a time. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah, man. Okay, so do you think Diddy going to prison?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You feel it, huh?
Yep. And Donald Trump's gonna pardon him. Absolutely.
You think Donald's gonna pardon him? Why?
I think so.
Can Donald afford to pardon? It ain't like, okay, I've noticed Donald have a pattern of Donald have a pattern of saving motherfuckers that contribute to society in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, even all the gangsters that he's pardoned, you know, they go back into the community and then they like, you know, Donald saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using my influence for Donald. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy being associated with, I mean, because Donald then came out with some shit where he say if you put hands on a bitch, you getting a felony. You know, Donald then supposedly got some shit in it. That's how he feel about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like if Donald can't win with you, you know, if it's not beneficial all the way around, like, if you know what I'm saying,
right.
Because I mean, a lot of people is looking at the Diddy trial saying, "Oh man, you know, this is an angry bitch that was consenting to some shit and she didn't get her issue and now she disgruntled." That's
Right.
correct, but at the same,
you have to look at what his actions too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot.
Coercion is a motherfucker. Coercion is a motherfucker, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying this. I'm trying to say this as objectively as possible. Let me hit on 2 points here that you just talked about. First, I'm gonna say, because if he does get convicted of a federal crime, I'm not sure. Because I know there's other charges. I'm not sure the RICO gonna stick.
Well, they got okay. They need certain predicates to hold. Okay, now he flew. He had certain niggas that he liked to have fuck Cassie. It was certain niggas. So he flew niggas from state to state. So, you know, so while the trial is going on and we presenting all this different information and what we think is evidence and whatnot, we have that. We have you really flew some motherfuckers from state to state,
right,
and paid them to fuck your bitch, right? And they was fucking her raw and nutting in her type shit. And then they was doing shit like going into the other room, collecting the semen out her pussy and Diddy was having it rubbed on her.
That's some disgusting shit.
Now, you know, here's the thing.
Is that part illegal?
Right. That part, I mean, it's part of the sexual deviancy. Personally, I think they was practicing sex magic. But I'm not going to get all the way into that because, you know, I'm looking at the frequencies of how much they was doing it for days. I'm like, who has time to be doing that for days?
That's hedonistic. That's what I'm talking about. That's sexual. Listen, that's sexual desires can also be sexual demons, man. It is what it is. That's just the natural fact. The fact that you could see them doing this shit days on end and seeing how weird it is, but to them it's not. That's making more. You feel what I'm saying? like y'all can't grasp this shit. But what I'm saying, let me get back to this though. What I was gonna say, if Trump pardons him, it won't be immediately. It would be on my way out the door shit, halfway through my term shit, even sat a year or two shit. You know what I'm saying? It'll be some shit like that, right?
Okay.
And it may not be for political cachet, but
now
Diddy can come hit that.
He can't hit his hand.
He can hit his hand.
He can hit his hand.
You know what I'm
he
saying?
can hit his hand.
And not only that, they done party before together. They done been at some, you know what I'm saying? They done been at some soirees together before. You know what I mean? Like they done been at some events before or whatnot, done party before. And Trump said, yeah, he's a nice guy. I know him from back in the day.
Right.
And I haven't, you know, but I look at it like this too. If I'm in a billionaires club,
right,
and you in a billionaires club,
right,
and they in a billionaires club,
right,
and we all linked and did some business or engaged in some rituals or whatever at one point in time,
Right.
it's really in my best interest not to see you fucked up. You feel me? Because it don't gotta just be Trump. Diddy can know something about anybody.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And I'm surprised that either when they raided the crib, they got all the shit that he thought he was gonna use as leverage.
Right.
Or he playing a real long game that's gonna, man, he playing with some high stakes, man. He playing with some high stakes. The man, what, 50-something? 15 years? That's a life bid. That's a life bid at that age.
Have you
nobody say?
Have you ever heard of Aleister Crowley?
Yes. But you gotta inform, you gotta run me deeper. I know the name.
He was a magician.
Yeah, okay.
And when we talk about magicians and shit like that, I'm not talking about rabbit out of hat. I'm talking about summoning different spiritual entities and getting them to do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, because I'm wondering, you know, because, you know, they say that the white boy from Arista taught him how to do it.
I could see that.
I can't remember his fucking name. But anyway, the white boy taught him how to do it. Same motherfucker that got all the Whitney Houston money and Luther Vandross money, and you know what I'm saying? I can't remember.
Mike, I hear you. There we go, Mike. That's the succubus. Yep. Yep. Visionary star. Yeah, I think so. I believe that too. Red Jet, you know.
My 5150 show say backdooria rituals.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying is like, okay, like not Lear Cohen, Clyde.
Hey Theo, you did. You saw him?
Clive Davis. Clive Davis.
Yeah, Clive Davis.
See, he's flawless. He don't have no blowback on him. No. And see, they say he taught Diddy this. And see, the thing is, man, you know, when you the Aleister Crowley shit, you know what I'm saying? They was all sex magic, and they did shit with they believed that you could fuck bitches, bitches or men. You could fuck, and then you're thinking of certain shit while you fucking, and then when you bust a nut, they collect that and work with the nut because the nut is charged up. Because what you got to understand is semen is probably like one of the most powerful substances on the planet.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And in the context of all this shit, then you look at a nigga like Diddy, like he ain't did music in a long ass motherfucking time.
Right.
And just more money.
Yeah.
Money going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know,
yeah, what you're saying is exactly correct though. Just being science on the scientific level. Like I ain't no biologist or nothing, but it's a lot of information in that semen.
Bro.
Genetic information.
Bro.
When I say that kind of information, like terabytes of shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more. Definitely.
Bro. And then Diddy was having young motherfuckers bust nuts in Cassie.
Yeah.
And then working with that, not even his no more. You know what I'm saying? and then you got you know. So I feel like the government ain't even talking about that part of it. They just like he was doing this with the now. He got the male escorts traveling state to state. They proved that already.
Okay.
They got up and testified. I traveled state to state and got paid. Okay, that's one predicate. Then the next one is Kid Cudi car getting blew up, right? And then on top of that, Diddy kidnapped a bitch Diddy forced a bitch to take him to Kid Cudi house. Because what it was Cassie had like an assistant bitch. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Cassie fucking Kid Cudi on the low, and the assistant bitch know about it. And then somewhere in the midst of that, Diddy found out about it. And then Cassie called, like, cause you know, Kid Cudi is just fucking. Right. And making music with her and enjoying the bitch, right? That's all he on. He think he ain't with her. She ain't fuck with Diddy no more. He just fucking having fun, enjoying himself. Then one morning about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, she called him hysterical, talking about Diddy found out. Help me. Oh my God. And he had to take her to like a hotel and stash her off. And then after he stashed her off at the hotel, the assistant bitch that he knew to be with her called him up and said, oh my God, Diddy is at your house. Imagine that. Okay. Imagine that. Okay, imagine that for a minute. As if you was as Nate, you was fucking a bitch. You knew she fucked with a giant nigga and she said she wasn't fucking with him no more. You fucking a bitch, you enjoying life. And then one morning the bitch called you and she's hysterical. He found out, oh my God, I'm scared, help me. And you say, okay, bitch, calm down. And you take a bitch to a hotel. Soon as you get her to the hotel, the other bitch that you know to be with her call you and like, oh my God, Nate, Diddy is at your house right now, in your house.
Oh yeah, didn't he open up all the Christmas gifts or some shit? Yeah.
Felt on it. Felt on his nuts, basically. That's feeling on your nuts. Lock the bathroom. Lock the dog in the bathroom.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. That's some petty shit, and I respect that. The whole opening up the Christmas gift shit. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I would have done anything. I could see. All I'm saying is I could see myself in a situation where I'm so pissed off that.
You would go to another nigga's house.
No, I wouldn't. No, not in that situation.
You would go to the nigga's house.
It had to be like some other beef. It wouldn't be over no bitch, no shit like that. Nigga owe me a couple dollars or some shit like that or something. You think you finna celebrate Christmas?
Okay.
That's different.
Okay. We ain't talking about a couple dollars.
I'm saying, but let me get.
You heard this is who your bitch is fucking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your bitch is fucking this little peon nigga to you. It's like a peon. You like, oh man, you fucking a peon ass.
All right. The first thing about this is it makes me feel a lot better that.
Oh, I forgot. Diddy got on the phone and said, "Yeah, man, I'm over here, Playboy. Okay, just want to talk."
Oh, he's a gangster now. Okay.
Kid Cudi say he was driving home fast, wanting to fight, but then he thought about it and said maybe he need to go tell the police. So he went and told the police, and the police came back, and Diddy was gone. But here's the twist: it was a car parked. It was a car parked. It was a car parked.
Hey, we ain't doing that. This is my sister dog. I'm dog sitting.
It was a car parked near. It was a car parked near. Kid Cudi house that was registered to Bad Boy. So they know that the Bad Boy was on the location. After the house was broken.
Clearly the nigga's not a criminal. Okay. He took that shit on like a bad acting role. He fucked that all.
Wait a minute. Okay, now, then like about 2 weeks later, the car got bombed.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay. All right, listen.
This is
right.
You
it
feel
feels
me?
good for me on a certain level because to know that rich people going through that type
Sucker
of shit
like that.
So, yeah. And I've gone through that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. I strive to if I would have to go through the shit that I done gone through that's related to that type of shit, I would love for it to be with mansions and Bentleys and shit. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man. Listen, first of all, you got all these other cats doing whatever with this, allegedly, got all these other cats doing whatever with this woman. Right. And now you finna have a sucker attack because she over here with Kid Cudi or whatever, somebody you believe is beneath you.
Well, you know, Kid Cudi is beneath him, but at the same time, during that, Facts Not Fiction, what's up with it?
Yep. Tyson, you right. You see what Tyson said? Diddy wanted Kid Cudi cheeks, to be honest.
Possibly. Okay, now look. Kid Cudi was very lit at that time.
Definitely.
Because Kid Cudi had Mojo So Dope, that's when his second album had came out. Kid Cudi was real hot.
Yeah.
So for your bitch to choose up on the young hotness, it stab a little deeper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You should have went and hollered at Will Smith.
This is prior to the slap. This is before the slap, way before the slap.
No, I'm talking about the August Alsina shit. Was that
this
before
is
or
way,
after the slap?
This was before all of that.
Oh,
yeah,
Will Smith should have went and hollered at him. No, Will Smith shouldn't, because he'd have blew some shit up. Okay, no, you're right. That is some weird twisted. It's not
okay.
Weird
So they
twisted,
got him. So see, they know that a bad boy vehicle was over there. See, now just that put you in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Because at best, no. Because if you say it's you put yourself at the scene. But if it's somebody else who's there, then they're doing it at the behest of you, which puts you into the act of a
ball calling a shot like a boss. That's what it is. You call a shot, and then they saying kidnapping because he made the assistant take him over there against her will, because she turned evidence against. She testified against. She went with the prosecution and was testifying against Diddy. Kid Cudi got up on the stand and verified all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And then, like I said, so really, I feel like they already got him. And we just going through the motions right now, just trying to see whatever else can stick.
Yeah. I think they're going to hit him with like a 10 to 12 piece, though.
Yeah. I feel like something like that. Maybe something like that, like a 10 or 12 piece. You know what I'm saying? If they dunk him, I'd be shocked.
Yeah,
though.
I'd be shocked. I'd be highly shocked. I'd be highly shocked. And if they do dunk him, like I said, then that pardon probably gonna come from dude sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Cause Diddy he been locked up a minute, but he got 10, 20 mil laying around to get to sit. Man, please.
I don't know, man. It's getting tricky, man. Hit the like button for this game. Become a billionaire or a millionaire, then decide you want a thumb in your ass, suckerism at the highest.
Amen.
But see, here's the thing, man. If now I know when I be saying sex magic and shit like that, that's hard for motherfuckers to conceptualize. That's hard for motherfuckers to conceptualize, man. But all of that I'm talking about is right in sync with the Bible in the Old Testament and the shit that the small hats be on. I don't want to say who they name. The shit that the small hats be on. Yeah. Like here, like I'm saying here. I'm in Milwaukee. In Hollywood. Hollywood is surrounded by a community of small hats.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you traveling to Hollywood and you going up La Cienega, you pass by some of the most wildest neighborhoods for niggas. The jungles, all kind of, it's all neighborhoods. And then once you pass a freeway and you start getting closer to Hollywood, there's the gangbanging just kind of diminish and it becomes a small hat community. You know what I'm saying? And you see the yeshivas and the small hat school. Yeah. And you got to think though, they've been in that industry, so you would think it go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not a coincidence that what's dude name? The big movie producer? The white dude?
Weinstein? Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. So, a lot of that shit is based off of sacrifices. Like if you look at the Old Testament, whenever they wanted anything to happen, it was you got to sacrifice some shit.
And it was always a blood sacrifice. Some kind
Yeah,
of
blood sacrifice, and then it could be sexual
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why that virgin shit is always mentioned. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That shit there. That's it. See, that sexual shit is definitely an exchange of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like, how can I say this without sounding real fucked up? Okay, I feel like this. When it comes to them sexual desires and all that kind of shit, everybody feel the same way. Like I said earlier, right? Whatever you attracted to out here, everybody has those desires.
Right.
It's when you govern by those desires that's a problem. You can't let that shit lead you.
Right.
You know, that shit will lead you. And then when you mix drugs and shit into that kind of stuff, man, and commingle all that, and then like you saying, they taking it to the point where they making it ritualistic, sacrificial, all that. That's too much entwinement with that dark energy, man.
But see that's the thing. You could see, cause see, you gotta think like you could summon different spirits to get them to help you. They hate you, okay? These entities hate you, but you could if you know what you're doing, you could get them to help you. Right. Fuck over other people. You know what I'm saying? Then you might have to prove some shit like on some evil shit. You got to be ruthless. You got to be willing to destroy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Are you down to destroy some motherfuckers? Do you have a heart for that type of shit?
They say you can't become a billionaire unless.
And see, then I'm looking around and I'm like, where Diddy friends at? That was at the parties, you know.
Right.
Ain't nobody coming to the trial. Jay-Z, all these different people, French Montana, his ex-bitch, you know, Young Miami, all these people. Nobody is popping out.
And they was there through that shit.
Nobody is popping out. But Kanye popped out.
Right. I fully expected that for some reason. I don't know why. It didn't shock me at all.
You know what I'm saying? And see, here's the thing. There once was a time when Diddy was releasing a lot of hot music, right?
Definitely.
He haven't released no hot music.
No.
But his paper kept going up.
The business deal.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, and then, you know, I just feel like it's some shit like that. Then he was trying to bust a move with Ciroc. He tried to, cause he had a tequila company. He was trying to get off the ground, but then they bamboozled him cause he helped Ciroc become a juggernaut. Yeah, definitely. And then Ciroc was like, nigga, you ain't got no ownership like that, nigga. You was a worker for us. You feel me? And then he supposedly had a tequila company, but they made it so he couldn't have action they made it so he couldn't get bread from that. You're not gonna have the same action at the agave plants. You're not gonna have
they gonna cut you off, hit you.
You know what I mean? We're not gonna let you catch us. It's no way, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's
Diddy,
the same way the Koreans up here do with the beauty supply shit. I don't know how they do it out there with y'all, but they do it up here like that. They cut the black folks out of that shit. And it's our shit. It's beauty supply. No, it's supplies and shit for our motherfucking people.
Yeah.
But if you try to bust a move, become a black-owned beauty supply store in Milwaukee and try to get to them suppliers and shit. Them distributors and shit.
Right.
Now they got that shit on lock, man.
Well, shit, that shit is coming into the ports. I know that a lot of those products are coming into different ports. And like in LA, and you know, they have a giant port. See, the shit come in over there and then it get trucked out this way.
Right.
They already, you know, if you don't have action at that, you can't compete in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they got it on lock out there too. But it's an increasing. I'm noticing an increasing pressure on them from the community. It's like I don't know how it is out here, but the beauty supply stores out there, they damn near got them locked down like there was like a check cashing or a bank type shit, man. Damn. you know,
Yeah,
buzzing motherfuckers in, you know,
Yeah,
bitches.
they got it like that. Security at the door. Straight up. And then you know what they do, right? They go get a nigga from the hood to work security.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
It's good business because it's a psychological play. When you walk in, you see
Right.
that face that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Your tendency is to not, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's like that here, man. Shit, even doing back in that 2020 shit. What was it? That George Floyd shit, man. They burnt all the motherfuckers down up here. Like all of them. They looted them first, then they burnt them down. Let me be clear.
Y'all was looting heavy out here?
Hell yeah, they was going through it up here, man. I got plenty shit. I mean, let me stop. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Another nigga in the nose. All right, this immigration shit, right?
Yeah.
Snatching motherfuckers up. Is that happening out here in Milwaukee? Is they coming? Is it big ice?
Hell
Snatching
yeah.
motherfuckers up.
Hell yeah. Shit. Hell yeah. They working on the south side. They running up in businesses and shit. All type of shit. What's crazy is, right? No, for real. They raiding businesses and shit. Like,
Right.
Like we got the south side of Milwaukee. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all how our city is structured for those of y'all don't know. All right, we got a north side, west side, east side, south side. North side, niggas.
Right.
West side, niggas, white people.
Right.
East side, white people, niggas, the LGBTQ, the lake,
Right.
all that.
Right.
South side, slight niggas, Hispanics.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So the south side is where they working.
Right.
That's where they at. We be having Milwaukee be having one of the most lit. I done been to a few of them in different places. Milwaukee got traditionally has one of the most lit Cinco de Mayo celebrations ever. Like every year, like clockwork.
Right.
Cinco de Mayo celebrations, right? This year, them shits was non-existent. Like literally non-existent. Motherfuckers was not out there. All that riding around with the flag shit and the taco trucks, the paleta, man, all that shit out there, bro. Non-existent this year. On the south side, they got a street. It's called Cesar Chavez Drive, bro.
Right.
Shut down. Like at Juneteenth yesterday.
Right.
Shut down like that.
Right.
No barriers up, no nothing. We don't do nothing this year. Nothing. Bro, shut down. And ICE over there, like they not working like they doing in certain cities, like how they pulling up, jumping out on motherfuckers like that. They not, like they actually identifying themselves up here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we had one person, like they had arrested somebody up north, was impersonating the motherfucking ICE officer, some shit like that. You know who that was. You know it wasn't a nigga.
Oh yeah.
But that immigration shit crazy because woo. As a light-skinned nigga in America with some fairly good hair, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I fear for my own motherfucking safety. I keep my ID on me. Shit, I ain't trying to get deported to El Salvador, nigga. Hell, I don't speak enough Spanish for that shit. My name is Nate. You ain't never met a Mexican named Nate. Straight up.
I have.
God damn it.
I have. I ain't gonna even lie. Okay, look. All right. So you see,
it is gentrified apostrophe.
So you see motherfuckers like in LA, man, I honestly can say, man, I don't know how many illegal immigrants there are, nigga.
They click.
I don't know how much it is. It's in the millions.
Oh, no doubt.
It's in the millions.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And so, it's affecting the freeways, it's overcrowded, the rent is, you got
sky high. Yeah.
You gotta have 2 bands for an apartment. Bullets flying outside. You understand me?
It's fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know how motherfuckers making it. And then you gotta have a car, you gotta have insurance and shit, You can't take no Ubers in LA, nigga. Anywhere you go is $50. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Shit.
not even no extravagant distances.
Right.
Like,
This thing base price 50.
50.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, illegal immigrant. See, like, what you got to think of some shit. Okay, let's look. I like to give this analogy. Not even an analogy. I like to give this example. You seen the movie, what's the name? Set It Off.
Yeah.
You remember what them bitches did as an occupation in that movie?
Janitors. They clean.
They was janitors, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as black janitors, nigga.
Okay.
That don't exist.
Same here.
It's Mexicans. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And not only that, they own the company that gets the contract
Facts.
for the janitorial services, and that got the atmosphere of, like, it be having an atmosphere, like, I've seen it up close. The janitorial companies be having an atmosphere of like it was some cartel mafia boss motherfucker bought that, and this is a vehicle for my you go, you know, take your ass to America, you get on as a, and it's they own culture and atmosphere within the company. They's on some nigga. Listen. And ain't no niggas having them jobs. You can't. And them niggas be saying, "Oh, well, what niggas is gonna do them jobs?" It's niggas that'll do the job.
It's niggas that'll do the job.
But
it's white people that
you're not gonna get. You're not gonna, like. Let me point out some jobs. Any parking, like massive, like parking in any downtown skyscraper parking type shit, all Mexican. All janitorial Mexican. Construction, doing roofing and shit, all Mexican. Warehouse jobs, all Mexican. All the warehouse jobs.
See, that's that.
You understand me? All Mexican. Go to the car wash. I seen ICE pull up at this car wash and the whole staff scattered. Like fucking, like you threw some, like, you know, like you know how the ants be having like a pattern doing some shit. Yeah. It was like you threw a rock into that, and that's you know what I'm saying.
Right. I look at that in different. I look at the immigration thing in multiple ways. Yeah, definitely, the citizens of America should be able to have first rights at all this shit. Especially, you know what I'm saying? I no matter where you from, motherfucker born here should come first.
Right.
However, on the flip side of that coin is these motherfuckers ain't coming here for no reason. There's something attracting their ass.
Money.
My point exactly. So if these companies ain't held accountable for who the fuck they hire, I mean, if you're going to go in and raid the company, when you walk out that bitch with all the illegal immigrants, you need to walk out that bitch with HR too.
But we can't do that because then you're going to lose the job structure. What we want you to do is go hire some motherfuckers that's supposed to be here.
Right.
Go hire. Okay, yeah, we stripped you. Because I seen it on the news. It was multiple companies that got their shit stripped down, all the employees.
Dumb.
And the feds told them, like, hey, hire some motherfuckers that could be here. And you be all right. We ain't taking you. We know you know. We know you knew that they was illegal. We know, but we ain't taking you.
You gotta pass this rip.
You get out there and hire some more motherfuckers. I'm in AZ and these ICE niggas got the Mexicans nervous like a motherfucker. I'm finna move back to the mill next year and get and buy me a house on the south side. This is gonna be some vacancies. Shout out Payne. Look, let me tell you something, man. This is what I noticed from Mexicans, man. This is what I noticed. I got a lot of Mexican homies, right?
Right.
I got some Mexican homies, right? But that's way more Mexicans that hate me. You understand me? Without me, no interaction. It's just a hate energy.
I get
It's
that.
a lot of bad. I got a lot of bad Mexican bitches that fuck with me, but it's. Hey man, I'm quite sure I done had multiple jobs, diabolically, ripped from my hands because of Mexicans.
I had one like that about a year and a half ago. The supervisor was Mexican, and them motherfuckers X me out the game.
Hey man,
The homie hit me like 2 days later, like, yeah, bro, Arturo cousin work here now.
yeah.
He got your spot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I
then
seen that.
and then
I
I'll be
felt that.
I'll be fascinated. I'll be like, because I as a substitute teacher, I got to observe the Mexican culture real
Right.
closely, and it's a lot of things I like about their culture, but I noticed the hate.
Yeah.
And the hate is fascinating because here you have all these. Now, it's a lot of Mexicans that say they don't say nigga, but all the Mexicans I seen was saying nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Asian motherfuckers say it amongst themselves.
Ni-
They call
but
each other niggas.
Right. They calling each other niggas. They vibing off our music. I don't see no niggas doing what they call corridos. You know, that Mexican music is called corridos.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no niggas doing no corridos, trying to
you
get
ain't.
accepted by them
you ain't.
on some music. But I see plenty of motherfuckers trying to do some hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And want to get, included in some shit. I done seen I see motherfuckers I seen motherfuckers like, worshiping. I've seen, it's like the Mexicans be worshiping like NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, DJ Quick, Second to None. All the motherfuckers in that space, Mac 10, shit like that.
They loke the fuck out.
You know what I mean? They be on that. You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side of that is fuck niggas.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because they half the time they think they white. A lot of them think they part of white America. You know what I'm saying? They do.
Yeah.
A lot of them think they part of. Now Arturo cousin and him nervous. Man, fuck Arturo. That shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
They look down. They know, and I noticed this too. Check this out. Not only do they look down their nose at niggas, but what I've seen is when they come over here and they get on, they look down at the other motherfuckers who just got here
Right.
and trying to get on.
Right.
And they'll close the door on them.
Yeah, it's layers.
Yeah, I done seen them close the door on their own like that. Like,
It's layers.
like, damn, bro, you ain't. So I look at it like the immigration shit. It's got to be some deportations, bro.
And see, then and
Being
then,
honest, all things must balance.
hey man, and then like, as far as like going up to the schools to get them and shit, as a substitute teacher, bro, I that's where they was at. I used to be fascinated at the elementary schools at all the illegal immigrant parents dropping off their kids. I used to be fascinated at how many students was illegal immigrants. I was like, this is a hell of a lot of taxpayer money just going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was watching, nigga, one year, I taught 8th grade science for a year, right? And I have 5 classes, right?
Yeah.
5 periods in a planning period, lunch and shit, right? Nigga, I had 30 Mexicans in like 5 classes. So that's 150 motherfuckers, right?
Easy.
Barely speak English, fresh over here, all of them. So I had to teach science to Mexicans who barely could speak English, and teaching Spanish. And I can't speak Spanish.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So I had the books that had like the translation. So and I was watching these students, like new ones would come in, like this is you know, this is Chino. He just got here, and he just like them. He could barely speak English. He looked like he fresh here from Mexico. And then maybe his family, after about 2-3 weeks, he like, yeah, Mr. Connor, my family, we moving to Chicago. You know, and it's a strong contingent of them in Chicago. Or we moving to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Or we moving to Mississippi. Or we moving to North Dakota.
Yeah, they thick up there.
Or we moving to Idaho. Yep. All that shit.
Wyoming,
they Utah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? They was coming in. They pops a grind for a little while, and then they shoot off to another location, like spreading, like. And this was almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
So that's just been going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
They stick together. I give them that for the most part. They stick together, though. I mean.
Keep talking, man.
Yeah, for the most part, they stick together. Shit. Hey, y'all, don't take it as like, I got nothing against Latinos. Because I don't. I'm just, hey, listen, I'm being honest here. I was asked a question. I'm just a comedian, just giving some real answers, trying to get my life together. Don't fuck with me, Mr. Mexican people. I mean, you know, Mexican peoples or nothing. Hell, I actually like the cartel. I like Mexico. They got a lot of shit that I like over there in Mexico. Shit. A lot of shit I can use over there. That's it, that's all. Yeah.
That nigga say I'm just a comedian around this. Okay, look. All right. Shout out to the chat, Jigga1017. What's up with you, my guy? What's up with you, man? What's up with you? We're in here vibing. Friday night podding, man. Late night. What time is it, man? Woo, almost midnight. Yeah, late night podding. I don't never do these hours, man.
Man, I see you got that Java over there, though. You good?
Hey, man, I had to hit. I'm trying to keep the vibes going, man.
Oh, yeah.
And the cold part of the game is I can sip that, and when it's time to turn them in, I can I can still turn them in and shit.
What do you say, Nate be up at Hong Kong?
All right, I don't know what that means.
Apostrophe, elaborate. I don't want to laugh, and
we don't know what you're talking about.
But I also don't want to not laugh because you laugh. So let me know what you're talking about. Straight up. Hey, y'all stay tuned though too, cause we give him a little minute. BossMack was at my show last night. You know what I'm saying? He gonna chop up some footage or something. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all something. You know, I was definitely rocking some of the BossMack streetwear.
Yeah, we gonna throw that. We gonna throw up a clip tomorrow, man.
Yeah, which y'all need to definitely go tap in with, man. It's comfortable clothing, very comfortable.
Okay, now shout out to Nate. Nate is a comedian. I want to ask you some comedian questions right quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Speaking like he the spokesman for Timu, we not offending anyone. That's a spot in Tijuana. Look it up. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Nate be up at Hong Kong. Yeah, that's a space. That's where you go buy pussy in Tijuana. Yep, that's a hell of a spot.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
That's a hell of a spot to go buy some pussy. Yep. Shout out to Hong Kong. That's right. You can go get top-notch Mexican bitch right there.
That's that 2 rubber pussy. You got that 2 rubber.
He said 2 rubber. Oh shit. What's your thoughts on niggas buying pussy on the blade? What's your thoughts on buying pussy on the blade?
I mean, shit.
It's all right.
Show money. Hell, she's selling it.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I mean, there's rules and levels to the shit.
Right.
You know, don't. You ain't finna. If you falling in love with the bitch you buying pussy from.
Well, I know of motherfuckers that spend upwards to $5 to a band a week on pussy from the blade.
Shit.
Got a homegirl that does massages out in Milwaukee. Shout out to Soldier Moon.
Soldier Moon,
Okay.
Okay.
Jigga 1017.
Yeah, that whew. I just caught that again. But no, the buying pussy thing, man, listen. It's natural. It's the natural order of things. I would hate to live in a world where pussy wasn't valuable.
Right.
You feel me? I think that would be like hell for me. Cause then if that ain't valuable, what the fuck is?
Right. Right.
So I get it. But that goes back to the sexual deviancy, if you will, the indiscretion, the lack of discipline. 500 to a band a week, man. 500 to a band a week, man.
Yeah, it's motherfuckers out here doing that. Mexicans.
Yeah. Oh no, they
They
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even, the bitches out here don't even sell pussy to niggas on the blade. Niggas can't buy pussy. It's amazing how the game is.
I know some pimps that say they tell their bitches don't fuck with niggas.
Yeah, niggas can't buy pussy. Niggas can't even buy pussy. What's the difference if you pay for it up front or give each other ties, spend away more? It's
Titles, yeah. Solar Moon. That sound even better, Jigga.
my
Shit.
bad, Solar Moon. I don't know,
Mike,
man.
you right. In one way or another, you gonna pay for it. Hell. Sometimes though, I guess it is better to pay cash than to have to deal with emotional baggage and stress and sour bitches and shit. Cause I don't be giving a fuck about what happened during your day. I don't give a fuck about that bitch at work. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Straight up, I don't even want to talk about that shit. Ugh.
You don't counsel your bitches. You don't give.
I'm single right now, and y'all could probably tell why. But anyway,
You don't listen to bitches' problems.
no, I got my own. I have my fucking own. Straight up, and I hit them, but I do hit them with it before they hit me with it though. Once I see the text thread leading up to something, you know what I'm saying? I sure hit them with it. Man, let me hit you back. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna pay this damn light bill this month. Straight up.
Oh, you can feel it leading up to.
Yeah, once I feel it leading up to some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my man generous and this, that, and that. Yeah, okay. My last boyfriend helped me with this. Okay, straight up. Real nigga, yeah, if you're not thirsty, nothing bad will happen. Exactly.
He said her joint is called Elevated Healing.
Yeah, I actually think I know what he's talking about. I think I followed that joint.
Ancient real nigga secret. If you're not thirsty, nothing bad can happen. Facts.
Facts.
I find that, okay, now, I feel like the more dicks a bitch have, the more spiritual wear and tear she have.
Yeah, I think that cut both ways. I honestly do.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
No, man, the nigga don't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see motherfuckers looking all dried out.
Exactly.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, this is my thing with it too. Like, what's crazy about it, and this is going back to that party and shit, is how the drugs tie into it so much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's almost like you can't do this as your real self because you know how fucked up it is. So you got to go into this altered state of consciousness, or is the altered state of consciousness required so you can perform the actual ritual? You see what I'm saying? How that loop, that shit can get just that crazy to me, man. Like,
okay, like let me say it like this, man. I feel like I have never seen a bitch's egg.
no doubt.
I've never seen a egg,
Okay.
right? But we know it's one there, right?
Definitely.
She have eggs, right? Never seen one. But when you bust a nut, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's life force energy.
Yeah.
Right there, right? Okay, now. It seems like you could bust as many nuts as you want. It seemed like it, but really it's a limitation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Porn stars is like really like
on drugs.
Oh, but the porno dudes are really aware that they know that first nut is important for the scene. You know, they can fuck when they get ready to bust that full nut. They need that full nut for the scene to be relevant, right? If they busting a drop of nut, that's a failure scene, right? Okay, now porn stars is notorious for running out of semen from too much fucking, right? And then you into erectile dysfunction, and now you gotta use drugs to keep your dick hard, right?
That shit sound like hell,
bro. So to me, like, that's why, okay. And then motherfuckers be looking burnt out, like when you get to that. Your vitality is going down.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Vitality. Yeah.
And you know, I myself I ain't gonna lie, starting like probably like about, I'm gonna say like maybe about 97, maybe 96. I have been aware of motherfuckers' vitality. I started looking past just a regular physical and just started really looking at a bitch's mileage, you know, like from a spiritual level type shit. I just start, and niggas, and I be looking at niggas like that too, like,
yep,
you, and so, and then that made me start questioning. I started questioning. I was like, you know, I came to the conclusion. I was like, okay, masturbation got to be bad. It got to be. Now you could say, okay, I'm sexually pent up and this and that, but when you wasting the energy for just
it's like
pleasure, it's just like it's some stupid shit. You know, when you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Now
it's depletion.
You're exactly.
Definitely depletion, 100%.
So, like, and then when I look at hoes, the natural progression of hoes is increased mileage, vitality, burnout, and then mental instability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if they don't just stop before the mental instability get too bad, I feel like a motherfucker could end up in a insane, institutionalized or jail or whatever, because motherfuckers just
they turn to drugs.
Now the drugs, I feel like the drugs allow you to intensify your burnout. It'll give you it'll allow you to get your dick super hard,
right? And
you could even when and really and see, it's an extra burnout because see, you've reached your okay, like if you was on natural and you fucking a lot, you've reached your, you know, you've reached your
there's limitations.
You've reached your limit. Yeah, you've used up your vitality and your energy, right? And so now you having erectile dysfunction and all this type of shit. Yeah. And you lethargic and all of that. You don't want to do it. So now you take the drugs, and that'll give you a false sense of everything is good and allow you to burn out yourself even more. So now this is when I like to point out motherfuckers that fuck with crystal meth and shit like that really be into the sexual deviancy in the marathon. I've known several bad bitches, Nate. There was bad bitches. And I seen them when they was bad. I'm talking about like 22, 23 in they prime, bad bitch. And she informed me that she fucked with crystal and was addicted to the marathon fucking. And I just like, okay. And I just observed the bitch.
Right.
And I just watched the bitch. I mean, I'm talking about she in a good home, parents with money. It's no reason for this.
No reason for this.
You know what I'm saying? And I just watched the bitch just burn.
Yeah.
Out. And she knew it, and she knew I was observing that, like, cause every time we would link up and I'd just be, you know, and she would just be like, I know I'm looking bad right now. I'm starting. You could tell that I'm like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The fall off has to be studied.
I can't, you know.
I can't ignore that. And the fall off, and listen, the fall off has to be studied. It's just what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I never understood how people can fuck with that shit when they see what it made other people look like. Like vanity for me is like what would keep me from fucking with shit like that.
But I think it's the experience and the euphoria of the fucking.
Yeah.
And then maybe the delusion, like, okay, it's not gonna burn me out.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody
you know,
think
I'm not gonna wake up. I'm not gonna wake up one day and just look like a fucking, like, all my energy is gone.
Shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
World War Z shit.
Bro.
Yeah, and see, a lot of people with that meth shit, that shit crazy, cause I came across this one white dude that used to cook that shit, right?
Right.
Like straight up chemist. And like he said, like, man, there's so many ways you can do this shit. People think you can smoke this shit, you can shoot this shit, you can cook this shit, you can have it to a point where it can be snorted.
Right.
It's gonna be difficult, but it can be done.
Right.
Like, mother, I've seen motherfuckers shoot this shit in their dicks, all this type of shit.
Right.
And I'm like, and he like, man, it's women, when we get on this shit, we might be going 3-4 days straight.
Right.
No clothes, no nothing.
Right.
Just going.
Right.
So, man, it makes a pussy stink and this, that, and
Right.
the other. And I'm like, that's life leaving the body, my nigga.
Right. Right.
I know a demon because demons smell. In their energy,
right?
And there is something in your olfactory system that lets you know you're in the presence of a demon. If you're aware,
right?
Demons come with a smell,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you,
and I truly believe that shit. Like I know that shit. I ain't gonna say I believe it. I know it. I witnessed it.
Right.
You know, and then a demon don't really keep up with their hygiene like that. I don't care what nobody say. When you let some shit like that get in, like I'm a big fan of this phrase. I'm not putting that in my body.
Right.
You know, I'm not above nobody or nothing like that, but I'm a fan of that phrase. So if you could see this person that you know been fucking with meth for 4 months, lost all this shit,
right?
Got all these pimples and shit all over their body,
right?
And you gonna let this motherfucker convince you into this is a good thing. I never understood that concept. You know what I'm saying?
I think motherfuckers have a inclination for evil. Like I don't even know if that's the right word.
Susceptibility to it.
Motherfuckers is it's some evil in you, right? Yeah. So you encounter a motherfucker like that, and it's almost like you could be seduced. You could be looking at a motherfucker who looks evil, who looks like shit ain't cool with them, and you can still be influenced by them and go along with what they, you know what I'm saying, and allow yourself to be influenced by this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, into the darkness we go.
Yeah. Hit the like button for this game.
That shit crazy though. That meth.
That would eat your face and have your teeth falling out like mashed potatoes. Yeah, man.
I love my teeth, man. I use them a lot. I chew and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't imagine that shit, man. And then I don't know how it is out there by y'all, but up here it hit the white communities. Niggas don't fuck with it up here.
Oh man, listen, I got news for you. I got news for you. In LA, niggas fuck with crystal. Gangbang niggas fuck with crystal. It's regular. It's bitches. It's a lot of bitches on the blade that fuck with. It's a lot of people that fuck with crystal. Crystal Crystal is, hey man, I remember.
That's crazy.
I remember when I was in college, man, and I came face to face with flunking out of college, man, because I was smoking weed and working and trying to maintain and really I had to really control myself and really get tutors, like, cause I had all this, like, cause I got a degree in economics, right?
Right.
And I had to do all these advanced mathematics classes for economics, man. And bro, that shit was killing me, man. And I had to just really buckle down and get a tutor and fight through that straight through. Matter of fact, I found espresso. Once I found espresso in college, that shit saved my life. I just like, what? I went to the coffee shop and I was like, what is that right there? Didn't nobody explain it. They was like, oh, this is espresso machine. I was like, I need some of that. And I drank it and was like, I heard angels around this motherfucker. Like, yeah. But as I was trying to get through my classes, I had some classmates of mine that was just handling that shit. They was just like, I was so tired and burnt late at night trying to study, and I'm wondering how these motherfuckers doing it, and they was on crystal meth. Damn. And they was like, yeah, dude, they called it crank back then. They was like, yeah, dude, I'm on crank. I'm like, what's that? Oh, it's crystal meth, you know what I'm saying? I just be staying up studying. Yeah. And they was crushing the class, but they was off of that. And I was at the threshold of like, man, maybe I need to try that, but someone was like, nah, nigga, that's beyond you. Yeah. That's beyond you. You
don't crack, but it will. You fuck with that.
That's beyond you. And I just made it off of espresso. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's called standing in. That's called not straying off into another realm.
But I feel like if I'd have had negative influences, I probably could have. You know what I mean? And I think about other people that. Cause like right now, like I said, and I would have never thought, like,
that's crazy.
When we was coming up, it was frowned upon to do powder and any kind of cocaine, any of that type of shit.
Even shrooms was frowned upon where I was coming up. Like, you doing shrooms on nigga? Hey, what?
Hey man, now niggas is out there doing crystal. Like major gangbang niggas is off of crystal.
4 5 days, broke his shit, want to get high again, got a gun. That's a dangerous combination. Fuck.
Niggas is off crystal out here, man. That's a big deal, man. It's crazy. And bitches too. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. Even when I was in college though, shit, motherfuckers was fucking with Adderall.
And that too. That's a
motherfuckers wasn't fucking with no crystal meth or nothing.
Yeah, that's like a popular drug with the youth too. Is Adderall, Papa Addy. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely was on that. That there though, like I said, up here, that's crazy how just the demographics. It's crazy how the demographics of drug use can be measured in America.
Right.
How you just told me how it's broad out there. Here, it's white people.
Right.
That's they shit. They fuck with that crystal meth. Niggas smoke crack. Niggas around here do powder.
Right.
And them pills. They love they fucking pills. Uppers, downers, all arounders, and in-betweeners. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
right. Will chew on the pill quick. And weed, of course. But the crystal meth shit, even when you go up north, the Native Americans, I take that back. On some of the reservations.
It's reservations out here, huh?
Yeah.
Potawatomi is a reservation.
Yeah, real life reservations. Yeah. Ain't no police going on them bitches either. You finna come get what from who? What? Who? Nah.
Mr. Bogart in this motherfucker. Yeah. The fans say they finna start trying to smash on the Indian on the
reservations.
Reservations. Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that they can't. I mean, it's sovereign land.
I heard the gangsterism on the Indian reservations is at another level.
Yeah. See, here though, is levels to that shit because some reservations. Now, when we think of reservation, I don't want you to think of. When you think of a reservation, think of a very expansive subdivision.
Right.
You feel me? So it's gonna be
Nice shit.
This is say Potawatomi, a reservation.
Right.
Nice shit. Chunky ass houses, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit like that. Well manicured lawns, park, all that type of shit.
Right.
Community center, school.
Can you pull up there as a civilian? Yeah. You can just pull up in there.
Yeah, I could go there. Yeah, I've been on the reservation.
Do you have to go through like a gate and?
No, it's gonna let you know. It's like crossing into another town. It'll let you know.
You are now on an Indian reservation.
Potawatomi reservation or Ho Chunk reservation. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you in there now.
You in there now. Yeah.
And
let you know.
And you can't
now,
buy no
that you can't access. Now when they get to their land, they spread out shit, they land. Oh no, you ain't doing that. You can drive through and see the houses and all that kind of shit.
They might have some stores and shit you can go in and buy some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they got gas stations and shit like that. Yeah, they all that shit. That shit you not. Yeah, man. But you know what? When it's the gas stations, it's they shit, fam. It's they shit. They might franchise with some motherfuckers.
Right.
But it's on that's they shit.
You ever fuck with a bitch over there?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shit, I spent a little time up north in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? There's some areas around there, you know.
All Indian, 100% Indian bitch.
Yeah, 100% Indian. Yeah. And she was getting, like, I didn't even know I was fucking with her for a minute. I didn't even know. This was getting what's called per cap. She was getting broke off from casino proceeds and shit.
Right.
And like them checks was heavy, fam. Like every few months, this bitch was getting like 20 G's and shit. Like, this bitch rolling like this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like real life, fam. Healthcare for life. College paid for type shit.
Right.
Shit. Your kids get this.
Right.
If they this percentage.
Be talking to the mic. Yeah, keep the mic.
Your kids get this. If they this percentage. You know what I'm saying? They got to be this percentage to get this. All right, your kids 25% or whatever. Okay, they ain't gonna get broke off none of the proceeds, but they got a college fund and they got health care.
Okay.
How about that? You know that ain't a bad start either.
Right. Anything is good.
Anything is good. Anything is good. But then there's other reservations up here where they ain't got no casinos. They ain't got no money. They ain't putting their money together like that. And them reservations, when you drive on them shits,
it's different.
It's different.
It's a little darker.
Yeah.
You might not make it out of there.
Not necessarily that. Not necessarily that. It's burnt out. It's hopelessness. Ain't no money.
You can feel the hopelessness.
Yeah, ain't no money. Ain't no money on the reservation. The house is dilapidated. Shit crazy, bro. Might be some few houses here and there look decent or whatever. And then this thing too, though. When you go on some of them reservations, you ain't coming up there selling no dope on that shit. What?
Oh, okay.
What? On our shit? You finna come up here?
So wait a minute. So hold on. So you could go on the Indian reservation and get caught up in some shit and never leave.
Yeah, no, you can leave. You can leave because they have to turn you over to the feds. You can leave. They turn you over to the feds. It ain't no local case, no nothing. You're catching a federal case.
So it's a federal case.
If you get caught with something that's possession with intent, yeah, it's a federal case on that land. On that land. They got their own police force. They got their own police force.
Right.
And
you don't know who they are because they could be undercover, all type of shit.
They checking you at the door. They know who is who. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you come into town, they checking you at the door. Straight up, hey, welcome to the reservation. We don't play that drugs. If you got it in the car, go get back in the car and turn around now. Type shit.
They get at you like that from the gate.
With old girl for the bonfires and the parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on some shit like that. Like and the pipe and drum ceremonies and shit. Like I done smoked the peyote and shit and went on the spiritual journeys and all that shit. Like that shit be real.
Okay, okay, hold up. What the peyote do to you, man?
Woo.
I need to hear that. What the peyote do? I ain't never did that. I done fuck with the mushrooms a couple times. Matter of fact, I think I got some mushrooms. Nigga brought me some mushrooms since I've been here.
At first, I thought my heart was finna jump out my motherfucking chest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it was a very different, because I'm
You smoked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Peace pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, like, you not in it's Sweat Lodge. Okay.
Okay, I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah.
Nah. And if I'm saying anything wrong, because it's been a while, any Native Americans, please, you know what I'm saying? Y'all correct me at will. I mean no disrespect.
Okay.
But immediately, it was, okay, how can I use this word? It was a full body experience, right?
Right.
It started, like I said, my heart was jumping at first. Like,
right.
jumping out my motherfucking chest.
Right.
I think that was just me being nervous or whatnot, right? But then you hear the, hey, yeah.
Okay.
In the background, right? And then the heat kicking in, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you hear it. You taking in all the sounds and everything that's going on. And you free to step outside or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, TP and no shit like that. It's modern shit.
You know right.
Modern day shit, right? But, bruh, when you on that trip, it lasts so long.
Right.
That's the tripped out part about it. Like I went to sleep, but I was still journeying in my sleep. It's like some real bird's eye view of a whole situation for me. It's like some bird's eye view shit of a situation, bro. Like I'm looking down at a lot of shit going on, and I'm watching me at the same time.
Right.
And then it's like, some people always talk about they see animals and deal with animals and shit like that. It wasn't like that for me, bro. It was like thousands of versions of me, of what could be, what was, who is. Like that's all. That's how my trip was. Like like some different realm shit. Like I was going to different dimensions, meeting different parts of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it was for me. Straight. And then you're supposed to have somebody, you know, that you can talk to somebody that's gonna help you interpret what you saw your video.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't stay around for none of that shit. I should have.
Right.
I didn't stick around for none of that shit.
Right. So you was just experiencing all of that. How much time passed while you was on that?
Like 9 hours.
So you was stuck for 9 hours.
No, not stuck, because I'm not stuck.
Okay.
I'm part of the festivities too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Really, I don't even dance. I was moving.
So you chanting
they
around.
got food and shit. Like it's like a party. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can kick it. Like, cause you can do this at the bonfires.
Right. But you still having all this shit.
Having all this, yeah.
Why you dancing around and shit?
And then you real, it's earthy, cause you know what I'm saying? Like when you outside, it's real earthy.
Right.
Like, and the sky is the most clearest shit I ever saw that night. Like it's very, like it was that kind of tune in experience. That's the best way I felt like I was tapped in.
Right.
I was tapped in. Like you ever heard of earthing when you put your feet in the ground?
Right. Grounded.
Soil, grounding. Yeah.
Right.
Like, it was one of them kind of things that you could.
So you didn't see nothing that was like scared you or made you like, okay, I need this shit to be over. It was all good experience.
It was all good experience. Only thing I could say is that didn't shit taste right after a while. Like the taste, like to me, the taste was in my mouth for a long time. Like didn't shit taste right after a while. But shit, hell yeah, they kick it, man. They be having that fried bread and shit up there, bro. That shit be fire. Straight up, they women ain't got no asses and nothing, but they be pretty than a motherfucker, dog.
Right.
And they some kind people, like real nice and shit. Like hell yeah, and them motherfuckers can drink though. Woo, them motherfuckers can drink.
They was drinking along with that process right there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Wow.
There's some drinking motherfuckers, and they can smoke the shit out of some cigarettes. East Atlanta back like 80s crack in the fucking.
Hit the like button. Red Jet Shell, what the hell? Let me see. Keep them likes up, yeah.
So we appreciate y'all. I know y'all don't know me, but we appreciate y'all. I'm
okay,
coming.
Okay, Nate, you a comedian.
Yes, sir.
How long you been a comedian, man?
I've been at this now for 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
Okay. What is comedy?
I think that's a subjective question, but for me, comedy is. All right, I'm gonna tell you when I became funny. comedy is a coping mechanism. It started as a coping mechanism for me.
Right.
When I went to the joint, I had a slick ass mouth. I was getting into a lot of shit.
Right.
I find myself in a hole. Only thing I could think of when I'm in the hole is jokes.
Right.
I remember watching fucking Eddie Murphy specials with moms and them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Fucking Richard Pryor specials with G-Pops. All
Right,
of them,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying, with Uncle and all that. I started remembering all that shit, right?
Right.
And then it just something clicked. I don't know what happened. I just got really, really funny, and I came home funny.
Right.
When I came home, what it was, I learned later on was I was in isolation so much that the elasticity of the human mind was either break, stretch, expand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I started making myself laugh. When I started making myself laugh, it just something came over me, and then I got to see things from a different lens. Like where I was so serious at certain shit, or I couldn't see the humor in certain shit. Now, when I come home and I done had this coping mechanism, and this coping mechanism then turned into a fucking gift.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just got to mold and manage this shit. So I'm like, you know, a couple people telling me, man, you should try comedy. You should try comedy. And I did.
Right.
But what I told myself was, I went to a couple open mics, participated in some competitions, and I was crushing that shit.
Right.
But I'm local.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Before I jump out here, let me see if I'm really good.
Right.
So I drove all the way up to Minnesota.
Okay.
Comedy club. I said, don't nobody up here know me.
Right.
If I can make these motherfuckers laugh, I'm on to something. Straight up. I shit you not, relative. It was my 9th time being on stage. Just my 9th time being on stage. And this is my first time being out of state.
Right.
I rocked that shit. To the point Buddy was like, can you come back for the weekend? Like, shit, man. He's like, man, you seasoned, man. You've been doing this a while. I could tell. And I'm sitting thinking to myself, nigga, I've been on, this is my 9th time on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it let me know, woo,
You got something.
I got something here.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So I've been honing the craft, and I just need more, man, more people just need to know me, bro. Because I got a decent sense of humor, and I have a unique sense of humor. I'm not the cookie cutter type. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you've witnessed my style. You saw me in front of the
Right.
white crowd, but
Right.
I'm universal. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I kill it, whatever. But you saw how they appeal to
Right.
me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's an intelligence level to it.
It was a blessing to get to see you do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So what is good comedy?
Good comedy. Good comedy is a harsh truth. In some instances, good comedy is a harsh truth that has been softened to the point where it sparks one emotion while leaving another one dormant. And I know that's a complicated answer, but hear me out.
Okay.
Comedy can be cruel.
Right.
You know why we laugh at people when they getting roasted? It's cruel, right?
Right.
They getting roasted, it's Joneses, it's fun or whatever.
Right.
However, when we say that one thing that make everybody fall out laughing, it's cruel as shit.
Right.
And it's harsh as shit.
Right.
But it's tempered with comedy, so the blow lands very softly and it lands in a different area of emotions, different part of the psyche.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
So I look at comedy as, and I'm gonna tell you this how I look at comedy as far as jokes too. When people ask me, what's a good joke? What do you think is a good joke or a great joke? I'm gonna tell you, a great joke to me is one I wish I would have wrote. Shit.
Right.
When I hear a great joke from somebody else, I'd be like, damn, I wish I would have wrote, congrats. But I wish I would have wrote some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So comedy is always different. Comedy is different for different people. I know people who do comedy because they face trauma in their life, and like I said, it was a coping mechanism for me. I know people who do comedy because it covers their insecurities. If I make them laugh, they'll like me.
Right.
I don't have the people skills to do this, but I can tell some jokes. I can make some motherfuckers laugh.
Right.
But I can't walk up to a bitch and talk to her and shoot my game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't walk over here and hold a conversation with these guys about sports and then, but I can come over here with some crazy shit and make them laugh. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's my way through a social door, so to speak. So people use it as that. I don't know what just happened. We went off at 2 hours.
Oh, it ain't all.
Oh, okay. My bad, y'all. I'm just looking at the screen, and pardon me if I'm rambling. But yeah, comedy is my love, man. Comedy is my love. So, and I've always had it. It just had to be unlocked, and there's levels to it. And as I live more, it's unlocking more and more and more. This fatherhood thing has brought in comedy to me. Woo, that there, man. There's so much comedy behind that. And then plus, the flip side of comedy is I like making motherfuckers mad sometimes. That shit funny to me. So if I can make myself laugh by making somebody else mad, I look at it like somebody got to take the fall. So if I got one motherfucker in the room mad and I got 50 other people laughing as a comedian, do you think I won? Fuck yeah, right?
Okay. Now let me ask you this. All right. Top 5 comedians all time.
My book, it's going to sound crazy, but
Is it your book?
yeah, my book, top 5, this going to sound crazy. No particular order. Well, y'all can put them in order, but these my top 5. Motherfucking Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
That's a funny motherfucker, man.
Okay. Okay.
Hands down.
Okay.
Paul Mooney.
Okay.
I fucks with Paul Mooney heavy.
Right.
Monique. I fucks with her comedy.
Monique.
Her comedy, yes.
Okay.
Monique comedy, man, is that shit. Cause she can hold her own with niggas, man. Monique
Okay.
can go toe to toe with any man with that comedy shit. In my book, Monique can go toe to toe with any man with that comedy shit.
What?
I got to give it up for Richard Pryor though. That motherfucker, man. The brilliance of him, man. So
Right.
where I'm at number 4 or something like that. Hey, Mike, I'm like at number 9 right now. I'm working my way up. But number one, I'm rolling with Eddie Murphy, man.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. And these are the influences I'm saying because this is what I saw growing up.
Right.
This is what I saw my grandparents, my parents, my uncles, them,
Right.
big cuz, them. This is what I saw them watching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit resonated with me, man. And yeah. And Rodney Dangerfield, I respect him because he grinded for so long and he ain't blow till he was like in his early 50s and he just
Right.
blew. You know how many people would have gave up on that shit by then?
Right. I get it.
Man. So I got a lot of respect for that dude, man.
Okay, what about a motherfucker like Patrice O'Neal?
Patrice O'Neal was brilliant. Delivery, rhythm, timing. He's one of those people that I consider like a T-Mac. Let me use that metaphor. How T-Mac was great on that court. Greatness.
Right.
Something cut him short. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, I feel you.
So Patrice O'Neal was that type of shit. He
Right.
was that great. You know what I mean? That he was gonna be in the pantheons. He was definitely gonna be
Right,
in the
but he got
pantheons.
cut short.
He got cut short. But he got a chance to put his message out there, man, and that shit was beautiful. You only saying Mike Epps because your name Mike. Let me blow my nose real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button on the way up in here. We in here vibing with Mr. Nate, comedian from Milwaukee, Milwaukee life, Milwaukee living, Milwaukee doing it. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, man. You know I'm vibing and he my family too. Went and seen him get down last night. You know, want to make sure he got some shine, got his issue.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the audience, y'all. I appreciate y'all vibing with us. Everybody coming in from where they coming in at.
Yeah, man, especially on here at on some 12:30 and shit. You know, I'm
Right.
usually in the AM, you know. And then I'm on some endurance shit right now. Second show. We got a couple shows going up tomorrow too, man. Hopefully, we got a couple shows tomorrow, man, bringing you some game, man.
Red Jet Shell. I had to keep it real.
Yeah.
That's how it began.
Yeah. All right. going on in the future, what you got coming up? You got anything coming up?
Yeah, I post all my shows on Facebook and IG. Y'all can follow me, Nate Connor, on Facebook, Mr. Nate 101 on IG. I post all my shows, all my dates and shit like that. I'm trying to branch out to the West Coast, so I'll be showing some love. I very much appreciate it if y'all showed me some love. You know, I'm one of the funniest men you ever meet. Yeah, that's what I'm working on, and I'm developing this content, man, because I got to start putting it out here. My daughter been on me, my family been on me, the people I perform with been on me, telling me I gotta take advantage of this internet thing. So I'm gonna get on that, man. I owe it to myself and to the fans.
What the fuck? Yeah, I feel like you need to have a podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I remember when I first saw Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, when I saw Joe Rogan, I was like, every comedian need to have a podcast. Every comedian should have a podcast. I feel like he elevated all his homies around him.
Definitely did that.
From that, you know, I feel like they all started eating better because of, you know,
definitely did.
The just being on there, you know what I'm saying? Even now, man, I be hearing certain comedians be like, they got a live comedy show, right? And they got a podcast too, right?
Yeah.
And people be wanting to see they podcast live. Like damn near more than seeing them up on stage with a microphone. You know what I'm saying? And they got their name from being up on stage with a microphone. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good transition. And it's longevity.
Yeah, you know, because it's still conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's still conversation. And, you know.
It's like coming off the field and going up into the booth as an announcer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
it's a good look.
Now, as far as like comedy, what do you think about the motherfuckers that tell stories versus telling jokes?
See, well, I'm a storyteller myself. However, it's rules to it. The story got to be interesting, for one.
Right.
And along the way, like if you saw yesterday, I keep a rhythm. I want to laugh 15, 20, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a bigger laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I keep a giggle. Ha, 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 ha. I like to keep it like that, right?
Right.
I saw one of the other comedians. He was the chick Katie. She was a little bit more. Her rhythm was a little bit more like that. You know what I'm saying? As
right.
She was talking. So storytelling, I look at it as you got to throw some funny shit in there. You can't just sit up here and tell a story and then at the end hit them with a punchline. No, you got to be building that shit up every single chance you get. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kept reminding people like, oh, yesterday when I told the story, like, oh, I know y'all probably asking yourself, what the fuck this got to do with you doing what you did? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I kept coming back to that because it's, for one, I'm setting you up for my punchline because that's going to be a part of it.
Right.
And then for two, it's funny.
Right.
Because you are thinking this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the story got to be laced with some funny shit. You know, you can't just get up here and, for instance, let me think, if I'm gonna tell a story about something that happened to me yesterday morning or whatever, I'm not just gonna sit here and say, yeah, okay, I woke up yesterday morning, I got in the shower, I went and did this, I went and did that. Nah, I'm gonna make that shit funny before I get to my point. Just freestyling off the top of my head. Okay, you ever had a good night's sleep? Woke up feeling good, well refreshed, leaned over out the side of the bed, your legs off, stretched one more time, jumped off the bed. When you jumped off the bed, you felt something soft and fluffy crunch up under your left foot. And right when you're about to look down to see what it is, your daughter busts in your room talking about her hamster ain't in his cage. You see where I'm going? You see how that's funny? See what I'm saying? Right. That's funny, right?
Yeah, my nigga, I feel you. I feel you. It's a fucked up thing, but it's funny. It's fucked up.
I softened the blow. You know what I'm saying?
You felt so soft. His daughter was in the room. I feel you, my nigga. I feel you, my nigga. I feel you.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a motherfucker gonna want to know, well, what the fuck happened? That's how he look at. That's how he was looking at me on stage yesterday. Like, that motherfucker come back. Like, that's your sister. I'm gonna go get her a drink. Go get them drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shit like that, man.
Hit the like button for this game, man. We in this motherfucker, man.
Right.
We in this motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
All right. Cat Williams.
Brilliant motherfucker. Brilliant. Mild personality disorder, looking from afar.
Right.
But it ain't a comedian who ain't. Straight up.
Right.
What Cat is, from my view here, Cat has danced with the devil and didn't let that motherfucker step on his feet.
Right. Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
He knew what he was dealing with. He knew he had to keep his motherfucking feet moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Matter of fact, if you know what they say, if you're gonna dance with the devil, you better bring 4 feet. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Right.
He knew that. I gotta do this to get to this. I can get some little Woody shit. Oh yeah. They ain't going to carry it. They ain't going to carry it when there's really no substance to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Cat Williams played the game to that extent. And I believe they thought they had them one. It was just going to take a little bit longer. Otherwise, they would not have let him saw some of the shit that he saw.
Right.
If they didn't think they could court him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what they didn't realize was they was dealing with Django. You know what I'm saying? That's what they didn't realize.
Right,
they was dealing
right.
with Django. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just by happenstance, Cat, if you see this shit, put me on tour, fam. Come check me out. Yeah. Okay, but no. It was like me at the party. I got to the foyer. I got to that first level.
Right.
I could assume what's going on up there. I could go see what's going on up there.
Right.
But y'all say if you come up here, this is what it is. I'm down here, baby. I ain't going up there. It was never said that, but Cat might have took that step up there. And it could have been, his shit could have been on some solely, let me prove to myself that this is what these motherfuckers really doing. I ain't on that shit, but let me prove it. And he dropped breadcrumbs throughout his specials and shit. Like when he said, you know I can see you, right? When he's talking about doing cocaine and shit. Right. I can see you, right? You know what I'm saying? And then with the Shannon Sharp, you got to protect that little hole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it goes into the shit that he saw at them parties, at them events, at them award shows or whatever. Now, I can't speak what anybody else did, but if Puffy, this Diddy case is an example of anything, it proves him to be very accurate in his description of how things take place in Hollywood.
Right.
That elite level Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Dance on the devil. Yeah, dance with the devil, but didn't let him step on his feet. Damn right. Yeah.
All right. Corey Holcomb.
Whew. I love that motherfucker.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
I listen. First of all, he's unshakable.
Right.
Whatever you want to say about me, fuck you. Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. I'm gonna still give you my description. And I look at it like this. Are either one of them niggas really doing bad?
No.
Not at all.
No. Niggas is eating.
And you know what? they didn't kept their real niggaism about them.
Exactly.
That's success to me.
Right.
Any nigga that's been through the struggle and seen what it takes to make it to the top, the grit, the grind, the sacrifice shit, and the obstacles thrown in your way, the carrots, the dangly shit thrown in your way, you can get here faster if you do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get here easier if you do this. Backdoor your rituals. You know what I mean? So with Corey and Cat, even though, you know, they two different people or whatnot, and Corey don't necessarily speak out against some of that shit as much as Cat do, but Corey will call that shit. You know what I mean? What I think people have a problem with Corey is they think he's a misogynist or whatnot.
Right.
But it's
same shit I be on though, really. Yeah. Like bitch this, bitch that, you know.
But if you're in the presence of a woman, you have the utmost respect. Until you give it a reason not to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and just like with Darlene being up there with Corey and all that, she kicking it. When you see them on the 5150 show, she kicking it with like she kicking it with one of her brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's like how we talk around Sharon.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, Corey is that one cousin that completely sober. He could be completely sober, and he's still gonna say some shit that you're gonna. Is this nigga drunk? Like,
right.
Because it's that blunt and that straightforward.
Right.
But at the same time, he's fucking hilarious. Corey is fucking. He's a comedic genius to me, man. Like I respect the fuck out of Corey, man, because a lot of this shit, he could have been axed out the game a long time ago.
Right.
By the powers that be, so to speak. He carved his own lane and played the game just long enough. You know what I'm saying? To carve his own motherfucking lane. And Corey could go on tour right now by himself and kill him. Like, eat.
Right.
So, yeah, I fucks with Corey, man. Shout out to Chicago, man. Shout out to Chi-Town, man. Y'all, man, I love Chicago.
Hit the like button for this game.
Yeah.
Country Wayne.
Brilliant businessman. When I say he's one of the first internet savants.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He understood the nuances of the internet.
His work ethic is golden.
And that's another thing. And I know that's something that I've been peeping, like, sometimes even if you don't think it's good, you got to put it out and let the people decide. You know what I mean? Like,
Country Wayne, he do 9 pieces of new content every day. Original content every day. You understand that level of grinding?
I know he eating off that advertising. Oh my God.
9 pieces of good content every day.
That's a lot. Hey, yeah, he eating.
That's
work.
That is straight up.
Only thing I would worry about with that is, how would that affect my stage presence and my ability to write? No doubt, Mark. Say you and Corey need to link up.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna try to book Corey for the pod. I'm gonna try to do that, man. I'm gonna try to pull up on him somewhere, and you know, that's another thing, man. You know, being in LA and Hollywood. I mean, being in LA is fascinating, man, because you know I got a couple bitches that be on my podcast as comedians, right? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about, you know, working bitch that she eat off of comedy,
right?
But she ain't even blew up all the way yet, but. My homegirl Roz, she eat off of comedy, bro. Like, you know,
out there you can eat like that.
She be at, you know, like, and it's a beautiful thing to like pull up, you know, like I pulled up on her. It's some cool shit to like pull up on a bitch, and she at the Hollywood Improv type shit. That's you know what I'm saying? And to go see a bitch and then, you know, link up with her after the show and then, you know, have her come on to the pod, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's dope.
And, you know, I just, you know, I just like that shit. Like, you know, just shoot up to Hollywood to see a motherfucker. And, you know, the motherfuckers is really up there getting down.
Yeah.
And, you know, have a drink and, you know, watch a couple sets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's a dope atmosphere too, man.
yeah, I mean, you know.
That comedy atmosphere be dope, man.
You know.
It's a lot of tension behind the scenes though.
Oh, I'm already knowing, man. And she be weathering those storms real good too. Like, she be weathering them storms. Like, when I ask a bitch like her, who the top dogs in comedy right now, okay, she be like, it ain't none of the niggas that you see.
I agree with that.
She was like, it's the niggas that you don't see that's the coldest. And I'm like, well, shit, man, what's stopping niggas from making it? She's like, hey, you gotta be, you got a lot of this don't have nothing to do with talent. You know what I'm saying? I try to be like, you know, I threw names out there, you know, because certain niggas, you know, when I evaluate comedy, and this is, I don't really see myself as a comedian, but I be saying funny shit.
Right.
And I be thinking like, see, Roz that one. You should check out my podcast episode with Roz. Yeah. It's some clips of her on my page, you know.
Okay.
Where I got on like orange and black. Yeah. I be looking at motherfuckers like they storytelling skills, the way motherfuckers could just, you know, tell good stories, because really that's really kind of like what I be doing.
Yeah.
By accident, really, like just, you know, when I be explaining shit. So I'm always interested in that, you know, aspect of it. And I see like really Richard Pryor doing the same thing. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You know.
See, comedy come with rules, they say. Rules of writing, like the rule of threes. The human brain is susceptible. This is just me studying the science of it.
Right.
The human brain has always been susceptible to the pattern of three.
Right.
So it might be you say something along two things along the same subject, and the third thing is completely off the subject. It relates, but it's completely off the subject, and that brings surprise. That induces funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the rule of threes when you setting it up. You know?
Right. I was watching you do that shit last night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was watching you do that shit last night. You was catching motherfuckers off guard. You was like, so I was getting my balls teabagged by a cross-eyed bitch, and I couldn't look her in the eye because, you know, she was making me dizzy.
Yeah.
Then I felt something.
I'm telling you.
Now, this is biblically correct.
I'm justified both biblically and constitutionally.
Constitutionally. I thought that was the hook. I thought you was using that as a hook, type shit.
No, that's why. That's the throw off.
Right.
Yeah. That's the throw off, because I need to create more surprise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a hell of a story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. And even like when I kick off the second story, when I start talking about hygiene and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, I woke up in a parking structure, butt ass naked downtown one day. You know what I'm saying? Right away, a motherfucker like, wait, what? Yeah, I reached over, grabbed the handcuff key out the thing. I unhandcuffed myself. Got the glitter and the trail mix off me. Got back in the car, put the guinea pig in the cage. You should see my boy. What? Yeah, I love that look. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much funny in there.
Right.
But it's also so much shock and awe in there. Like, wait. Because you visualizing the whole shit. You
Right.
That's just me painting the picture with that shit, bro. That, but I also can, like, the punchline shit, the funny shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I wanted to go there with some of that shit, but I had a limited amount of time. I can go for like 45 minutes, but I'm not giving you all my shit right here, right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hit y'all with something to make myself memorable, and I'm gonna get the fuck on. But that storytelling shit, like the details of it, when you start making the details funny, and you elaborate in a way that people wouldn't have thought, come on, man. Like
Yeah.
Yorkie? Like what? What? Yeah. And then what I tell the audience, now, if you ain't ever been ball raped by a cross-eyed Yorkie, don't fucking judge me.
It's like Anthony Oliver and this motherfucker. Yeah, man.
Look, hey, Mac Mark said her vision was square rooted. The cross-eyed bitch. Shout out to Mark Mac.
Okay.
Mac Mark.
All right. Let me shift gears on you right quick.
Okay.
All right. Milwaukee. It's become like quite the dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? I can vividly remember like when I was little and I left from here and went to LA, specifically into Bompton, to the neighborhood that I grew up in. And I could tell you for sure the level of violence that I experienced was triple, quadruple what was happening here. It was like nigga had to fight multiple times per day type shit. It was just very, you know. But through the years, Milwaukee has caught up to California and in many ways surpassed it, you know, as the, you know, a lot of the gangbang traditions and things like that are heavily politicized across the spectrum to where it's a lot of mutual understanding. It's still a lot of friction and random shit that happen, but it's a lot of understanding. And I feel like, you know, it's a lot of OG niggas that really control the tempo or the YNs, you know what I'm saying? And it's not as, like, it's like some Children of the Corn shit out here, man. It's almost like...
This the Wild Wild West. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
So living here, you know, have you ever experienced the high speed where you got hit, motherfuckers involved in high speed chases and shit like that? Have you?
Yeah, reckless driving, all that type of shit. Shit, a few years back, man, motherfucker was recklessly driving and shit and hit my car and tried and tow my shit up. And the nigga tried to get out the car and run and shit. My shoulder was all fucked up. I chased that nigga down and horse collared that nigga though. I wasn't with that bullshit, bro. Straight up. And this nigga had insurance. The fuck you running for, fam?
Right.
That shit pissed me the fuck off. And I ain't no tough guy, nothing like that. It was the heat of the moment. It was the adrenaline. As I look back now, I wouldn't have done that shit.
Right.
It was the adrenaline and I was pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But here, it's a lot of factors that play into this. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, but one is technology.
Okay.
The ability to 3D print a fucking gun is crazy. We got ghost guns, all type of shit up here. That's one of the main problems is the ghost guns.
Niggas is 3D printing
You
guns.
can get that shit. Or at least parts of them. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? If not the whole thing. Like,
Right. What was fascinating to me, man, I felt like I got a good look at Milwaukee at Juneteenth. The niggas.
There's a microcosm of the city.
Hey, man, it was like the YNs. One thing I noticed between the YNs here and the ones in Cali is these ones look way more grimy, way more, I don't want to say starving, but it looked like niggas was hungry. You know what I'm saying? Most of them. You know what I'm saying? Now in LA, I don't know what it is, man. If niggas have more plays available, more ways to scam and get money. I don't know if it's just because there's more money there.
Right.
Or more because in LA it's like breaking in houses is a very lucrative business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See, up here your ass gonna get killed.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. See, like the way white people have niggas compressed here into the area. See, it's not like that in LA. It's still it's comfortable for niggas to get out into them places where the money is. Even though they still have shit like license plate readers when cars from different areas come into their communities, they know, but you can still finesse around those types of things. Yeah. So niggas, I feel like niggas could create money because it's different things like the port. Like I said, the port is there. Yeah. That's a way to finesse money. Mexico is right there, you know. So the dope, I mean, you could, you know, the money coming in right there. Yeah. Then the technology, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood itself, niggas got more action at. It's just.
You just named like 5 more opportunities that don't exist here.
Yeah.
That's at least 5 opportunities that don't exist here.
Yeah. I feel like it's super. I feel like when it comes to breaking in the houses of rich motherfuckers, I feel like it's more dangerous out here.
Fuck yeah.
Because the white people is just more serious.
And we heavily in this guns here. Now, breaking and entering does happen. Now, it's some crews, it's some B&E shit, you know what I'm saying, that jump off out here, right?
Right.
However, it's like,
you got to get to these places safely.
That point.
It seems to me.
That's
like,
the point. And you got to get back safely.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then as you can see, another thing, out there, motherfucker know how to dress for that occasion. Right. See, down here, they not gonna think enough. I mean, you got crews who will, but most of these little niggas ain't gonna think enough to, let me take this shit out my mouth, let me pull my pants up, let me look like I'm something while I go on this mission. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go out there looking like YNs. Right. On some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit ain't that's a door closed. That's an opportunity that's pretty much off the table, you know. And then the culture here. This is what's fucked up about it too. And this shit started with that ecstasy shit back in the early 2000s. Cause these little niggas now ain't nothing but the kids of the motherfuckers who was popping all them pills and shit in the early 2000s and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's they motherfucking kids. So they come from a party. They come from parents who was partying. Half of these motherfuckers don't even know that they got kids sometimes because they was in party mode. You know what I mean? So then you put this situation where it's like, it's cool to be on drugs. It's cool.
Right.
To be reckless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't, we come from an era where few things. It wasn't cool to be fat. It wasn't cool to be dumb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you was fat back in our day, what?
Right.
Like that shit was ish, you know what I'm saying? Dumb shit. Like that shit wasn't cool. Here, motherfuckers ain't trying to hear that school shit. And this another thing too, they not trying to do it for no money. The money don't motivate them.
Right.
That's the killer part. When the only thing that motivates you is how the fuck I'm gonna get high today. Maybe give me a little something to eat. Not washing your ass.
Not washing your ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Niggas,
musty as fuck, dirty as fuck.
Niggas was looking dusty yesterday, bro. I seen a lot. See, that's the direct comparison, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. The YNs in LA find a way to present you with crispy.
Yeah.
They might not have no money, but niggas is the shoe game is crisp.
Right.
Niggas' shoes is crispy. Jeans is crispy. Niggas might not have nothing, but niggas is crispy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got parties in the hills. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got them kind of networks. You know
Niggas,
what I mean? Like,
niggas
tap in a lot of ways out there to a lot of shit.
And like I say, it's looser. I can't even. There's a. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I hate to sound like I know I'm sounding way out when I say this, man, but it's almost like it's I can feel what's going on here spiritually. Like I can feel the compression the white people have on the niggas.
Yeah.
I felt it like, I don't know if I told you this. When I came here on the plane, I was the only black person on the plane coming from Denver. You know what I'm saying? And I had like, I flew in, I don't know, it's called Business Select or something. So
yeah.
I had like first priority to sit. So I sat kind of, I got to get on the plane like first 4 or 5 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I got my spot. Nigga, didn't nobody sit by me until it wasn't nothing left on the plane, bro. And it wasn't like I was feeling I was hoping nobody sat by me.
Right, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But I was fascinated by that. I was fascinated by that. And then, you could just feel it, bro. Like,
yeah, it's palpable, is what they would call it.
You can feel that shit, and it's looser in LA. And LA is dangerous. LA is dangerous in the motherfucker, man. The YNs will get you too out there, man. The toughest niggas. I showed you that clip of the tough nigga.
Yeah.
The tough niggas. Tough niggas be out here with their jewelry on, big watches, Wonder Woman bracelet, and niggas are up the YNs. You'll have a pistol in your face, and niggas be like, nigga, take that shit off right now, nigga. I swear to God, I'm gonna air you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna air you out right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit there.
And that's happening. So you gotta move out there. Like you can't just be. I'm not.
See, y'all all weather though too. Y'all weather is kind of consistent throughout the year.
Right.
We got 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that kind of that changes the dynamic of a lot of shit because the winter slows shit down.
Right.
It ain't a lot of moves to make. You know what I'm saying? In the winter.
Right.
Summertime, we open this shit back up. It's like, it's shit to do, but as far as the hustle go,
right.
In the wintertime, that's when they say it's just stack your money, run your money up. And a lot of cats, they fall into this pattern where it's run the money up, have a good summer.
Right.
I'm going to be able to run the money up again through the winter. And that shit don't always come through like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who the plug today might not be the plug tomorrow or
right.
come August. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit like that. Anything can happen. You fuck your money up. You bailing out. You got to pay for a lawyer. Anything can happen. You know
Right.
You get robbed. Anything can fucking happen.
Right.
But people live like that in that cyclic. That shit that it's a fucking cycle that you just, man, I see cats like that. I know homies, man, that come home from the joint, bruh. 39, 40, 41 years old, bruh. They been gone 5, 6 years. So that's 5, 6 years these niggas ain't matured in this world. So
bro,
you got a 38-year-old, 29-year-old.
Hey, I be trying to tell bitches about that. I be like, a nigga be 50, but he did a dub. So he's still mentally 30 or maybe even less. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have the chance to emotionally mature.
You don't have no emotional maturity. Yeah. Right.
And those consequences that made him grow or whatever,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? But whatever consequences, internal, external, whatever. But when you in that sectioned off environment like that, yeah. And these motherfuckers here, I don't know, they be killing each other like they finna get out of jail tomorrow and shit. And I never understood that shit. Like, you beefing with a motherfucker. you beefing with a motherfucker
Right.
over some fucks. They beefing up. They killing each other over social media posts, my nigga.
Bro.
Social fucking media, man.
Yeah, man. I be tripping off of another thing I noticed was there was a lot of fat bitches out there. Now I don't know if that's because I be thinking that's because of the weather.
No.
Like the weather.
Just don't take care of themselves.
Not taking care of yourself, laziness, and the weather. So, like, let's say in LA, it don't get extreme cold and shit like that. So a bitch can make it to the gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A bitch is, and it's a lot of pressure from other bad bitches where a bitch gotta get to the gym. At least try. You know what I'm saying? And then
I'm gonna tell you how that dynamic. Keep going. I'm gonna tell you how that dynamic worked, though. Go ahead.
And then I think bitches be having action at BBLs easier out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I feel like another thing I feel like out there is like bitches can go to certain areas and they'll get chose by a wealthy white man. They could pick up a trick easier, like a sugar daddy, a old motherfucker. They could. It's easier out there because you could go
and they're probably more plentiful
to different places where it's money, and you go sit up in there and you're gonna get chose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You gonna a white dude will really, you know what I'm saying, become your sponsor. A bitch can pick up a sponsor easy than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it's wealthy places like that out here.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It was that last night. That would be one.
Right.
For bitches that's in the know.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Okay. Yeah.
Now let me explain the dynamic because.
But that's a subtle. It's a subtle.
Yeah, see,
it looks subtle.
Right. And that's
now
exactly it.
out there, it's more opulent. Like opulent now.
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
you know this place is money. It's millionaires in here. But I can see where we was at last night. It definitely could be millionaires around there. Subtly though. Subtle.
Yeah. All right, now let me explain this dynamic to you because you brought up the young niggas here and how bad some of the young niggas look and how poor some of them look. And you also brought up the big girls here. Now let me explain how this fucking infinity loop works. All right? Check this out.
Right.
A bitch ain't got to take care of herself if she getting some money here because one of these broke ass niggas that she can treat like a bitch. Yeah, you can come move in. I'm finna buy you clothes. I'm gonna buy you this. Yeah, but you need some money for some weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bitch getting what she want, and she has power.
Right.
She ain't got no motivation to go to the gym to lose no
Right,
weight.
right.
You get niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it might not be top, but
Right.
she getting a nigga.
I get it. I understand I understand where you're going with this.
And when she display this nigga, he's wearing the clothes that she bought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's the sponsor.
I call that. Okay. Now, I call that a kept killer.
Sound about right. Break that down for me.
Okay. This nigga will unalive you, but he does not have the He has no hustle skills other than perhaps robbing a nigga. Yeah. Or trying to steal something, he don't have no finesse for getting, but he will unalive you.
Yes,
and he has a couple guns.
Yes.
So a bitch like that, move that nigga in, and at least, and at a minimum, a nigga is providing security.
Mm-hmm.
And dick.
Yep.
He might not have no money, but he survived providing security and dick, and then the bitch get him a PlayStation or something, you know what I'm saying, and then it's cool.
Yeah, a tool of pacification. That's what that is. She gets him a tool of pacification, and she retains all the power. She retains all the power in the relationship.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And she have a YN.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So as it goes, and then this is how it worked. The YN, I'm using it. Let me bust moves.
Right.
Use your car while you at work.
Exactly.
Now he pitching at another pitch.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when shit go bad with this bitch,
right,
I can go here.
Right.
And that's some niggas' habits is really living from bitch to bitch.
Right. Not some. Majority.
Yeah.
Majority will be homeless without a bitch.
Without a bitch.
Right.
And I'm not knocking nobody, bruh, but I can never, ever. I'm a tall, skinny nigga, fam.
Right.
I can't be with no big bitch, bro, because we gonna look like the number 10 standing next to each other, fam, and I ain't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I got sisters, man. My sisters were sharing. What?
What is you doing?
What is you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing against them because big girls, there's some beautiful big women. It's not my taste, but there are some women. I'm like, that's a beautiful woman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I'm talking about here is the ones with nasty habits, nasty attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to do better. They content with where they at, and that shit is a problem to me because it fuels the other. The ain't shit nigga fueling the unhealthy woman that's fueling the ain't shit nigga.
Hey,
and
man.
then it's constantly become a negative feedback loop. You know what I mean?
I saw. Shout out Kinfolk. Shout out Mr. Ethos.
Mr. Ethos, what up?
Hey, now, I'm going to say this, man. I saw, man, when I seen a nigga out there with a dusty slide on, one slide, and the other was a dusty designer shoe. You understand me? Like it was a dusty Balenciaga.
Bitch had just put him out.
And the nigga had no shirt on. Niggas look dirty.
Yeah. And then them to be the type of niggas that I walk up to you talking about, man, I got some bag. Nigga, I got a pistol. Get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, fam. Like, I can see the thirstiness on you. Why would I do business with you? Any kind of business. $5 business, $10 business. Why would I do business with you? You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, man, niggas is I've seen so much dusty yesterday that I was just like, okay, I get it.
And they pull bitches. That's what I'm saying. But see, these bitches feel like...
I get it.
Right.
I seen a couple of shiny niggas in there.
Right.
Couple of shiny.
That's it.
I was just like, man, this is incredible, man. These niggas, man.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. And how the mantra out there is, you get yourself together, you stay looking good, you can attract this. The mantra here is get you some money, get you a car, get you a house. Bitch, it don't matter how fat you look, you can get you a nigga, because these niggas need places to stay. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, fam. For real. And listen, I'm not better than nobody. I'm not worse than nobody. It's just certain situations I'm not going to find myself in because I'm not putting myself in the situation or the steps that it takes to get to that situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm never, ever giving a bitch that kind of power over me. What you mean? You can wake up in the middle of the night and tell me to get the fuck out and I got to go, bitch? And it's 30 below outside? Fuck that. Hell no. So you got to stand on your own, man. Listen, I could never... Even if I'm in a relationship, hey, look, shawty, I'm gonna keep my place. You gonna keep your place.
Hey, man, I'm gonna keep it tall now. It's you know, it's like this. It's like this in Cali too, man. It's niggas. The majority of niggas would be homeless if they didn't live with their bitch. It's a majority. It's very few niggas that's like autonomous, like just innate.
Yeah.
Any nigga in his right mind that's having paper and living his own shit should have a team of bitches. I mean, and it be harmonious. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I always advise niggas, like I be having niggas hit me up. Niggas be on some, you know, BossMack. I'm trying to add some bitches to the team. I'm a young nigga, man. You know, I work doing this and that. Niggas still ain't hit where he's supposed to be at financially, but I'm eating. You know, I'm living at the crib with moms and shit, but you know, I'm trying to have like, you know, 5 bitches on the team. I'm like, for what though?
First of all, you ain't even got no stable.
You broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to build yourself up, you know, to, you know what I mean? You don't even have the resources for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You living at home with mom, so to want that many bitches is you don't even realize by saying that if you was to do that, you will be canceling yourself out, cause see, exactly. you just thinking about fucking 5 different bitches. You thinking about fucking a bitch on Monday, a different bitch Tuesday, a different bitch Wednesday, maybe take Thursday off and you fucking a different bitch Friday. That's what you're thinking about. But what you need to be thinking about is listening to all these bitches' problems every day.
That part.
5 different bitches. And then remembering the details about each bitch.
Exactly.
This one don't like her mama. This one got molested by her brothers and her uncles. This one just crazy for no reason. This one, right. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying?
This is my thing though. Wanting 5 bitches and you ain't got nowhere for these bitches to even shower.
Bro.
It's insane to me. You know what I'm saying?
They don't hear that.
Hold on, my mama in the shower. You can get in there when mom's get out.
I be like, see, bro, get yourself together first, bro.
This will be my advice to him. Okay, you know what you want. Make a detailed list of the steps that it's going to take to get to that. Let me see where your mind at.
Niggas be asking me, niggas be like,
nigga can't come up with the steps to get to that.
Niggas be like, I want to holler.
No.
I want to just add that many bitches to the team.
You can't have a harem without a goddamn castle. You got to have somewhere.
You can't be a king without a castle.
You can't.
You ain't a king without a castle.
Exactly. You can't have this bitch making a salad in your mama kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Straight up, man.
Oh shit.
And listen, everybody go through shit. Like I'm a humble person. Everybody go through shit. Ups, downs, left, right. As an adult, I done had to move back in with moms too for a little bit. So I ain't knocking it. But you know what? During that period of time, you know what I wasn't thinking about? No bitches.
Hey man.
I wanted some money.
And see
my
that
own shit.
And see, that's the thing, man. I feel like niggas need to be able to go through periods of time where it's like, I ain't chasing no bitches, I'm chasing my purpose.
I'm there now.
And then as I chase my purpose, some bitches may put their hand up and say, I like what you doing, can I come along?
But that bitch gotta be beneficial.
Listen, I like what you doing, can I come along? Can I fit into what's happening? Not know I'm trying to accommodate a bitch and make sure if a bitch is, because I feel like no matter what, man, when you on your shit, when you chasing your purpose with all your passion, you chasing it. Bitches see you and it'll be like, I fuck with what you doing.
Yep.
Can I fit into that? You know what I'm saying? Versus you chasing a bitch around and a bitch let you catch her. What it is you chasing a bitch around and then eventually she caught you. You know what I'm saying?
She caught you.
And then you know, then you got to do all this compliant to terms and different types of things. You know what I'm saying?
And now you off track. You off the hustle.
You ain't chasing your purpose. She done took you off your square. You doing it for pussy.
And it's a lot of men that can feel that way, boy. Yeah, it's a lot of talent and all that kind of shit that the.
So I be advising niggas like, you know, chase your shit with all your heart, and then, you know, bitches will look up and see what you doing and be like, okay,
yeah,
I fuck with that. That nigga is not playing.
Yeah. Bitches. That's real though. That's real.
Bitches cause.
Oh damn, we got 125 too. Oh yeah, really.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. What time is it? We did almost 3 hours.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody who tapped in and tuned in.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I wanted to get that up out of you tonight, man. I wanted to make sure you exhausted some of your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, cover some good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? And just
I got a great joke out this shit. That's stepping on some furry shit. I'm using that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip this up pretty good. Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out to the chat. Love,
We're gonna be doing a couple of shows tomorrow. We live in Milwaukee right now. BossMack live in Milwaukee. Mr. Nate 101.
Yeah.
Follow him on all social media platforms at on IG. You know, go do that. And yeah, we out. Did somebody hit that at the door?
Audrey going in the bathroom upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'd have heard that